listen to this. You want to hear something funny, right? Like, they would put NAs on you just not to go to another jail. So they wouldn't even know who I was. They just knew if they put my name on paper, the officers would believe it and wouldn't ask a question. So I ended up with like NAs that I had no drama with. I had NAs on me where I didn't even know them before. I went to a jail one day. Listen to this for a story. I rock up at Bathurst one day. Anyways, when I rock up at Bathurst, I get a massive greeting, right, from all the brothers. Yeah, like, yeah, Mickey, do it. Yeah, right. So I like when I rock up there the next day, all the brothers come to my cell, like 40, 50 of them, right? All from all the other wings and yards, like from C wing and B 3, 4. They all come over to my cell, and we're just there talking out the front. Yeah, I can, Hoodski, for sure. Then what happened was there was this bloke, I won't give his name, but his first name was Brett, right? And I know his last name, and it's ironic how things happen. So I'm there and I'm talking, and all the boys come and say hello and whatnot. And then they start to like just leave, and I stay behind, and I start to do my sell up because I got there the night before and I've got to be one out. So I start to go and get all these cleaning products and mops and brooms and shit and put them out the front. Well, this bloke walks up to me and says, "Are you related to Rara?" Because he sees my last name. Here's my last name. And I said, "Yeah, bro, that's my first cousin." He said, "Oh, yeah, mad. Me and him are very, very good friends, you know." I said, "Oh, yeah, mad. You know, Rara, if you ever need anything, bro, it gets to you." Anyways, he goes missing that afternoon. Goes missing, right? And I didn't think anything of it. I don't know him, never heard of him, don't care about him, right? Bang, remember, I just cleaned myself, bro, spotless. Walls, toilets, sinks, floors, everything were clean, spotless, right? Moved everything back in my cell, get locked in. It's 3:30. I'm laying down, watching TV, and I've got a towel on my bed. I never used to lay on my sheet. I always used to throw a towel over my sheet and just lay there in my jocks and watch TV, right? Well, I hear a key going in my door, and I think, what the fuck? Like, it's 3:45. I've only been locked in for 15 minutes. What are they doing? I hear the key going in my door and nothing happens. And then I lay there and thought, fuck, it must have been just a bit of breeze or something must have knocked the lock, you know, like, bang. Then all of a sudden, boom, key, sliding bolt, squad come running in. They run straight in, bro, like grab me, handcuff me, I'm in my jocks, walk me to Segro. I've been there no more than 24 hours, walk me to Segro. I'm in Segro. 3 days later, I'm on the truck to Silverwater, right? Well, when I get to Silverwater, they're trying to find a pod to put me in because I got NAs in every pod, right? That no one wants to associate with me, right? Then they said, fuck, we have to move Brett out of this pod and then we'll put him in there and Brett can go down to 14. And this name didn't register to me at all. Didn't register to me at all. So I go down to 10 pod. They move this Brett out onto 14 pod. Well, I'm in the backyard of 10 pod Fordwick. 14 pod, I got the oval. Right, and I see old mate walking around, right, and I go to yell out to him to say, "Oi, what happened at fucking Bathurst?" Right? Well, when I yell out his name, Brett, I fucking put it both together, bro. I put it all together. This fucking dumb prick used my name to get out of Bathurst to get back to wherever he wanted to go. You know, like, bruh, I was fucking burning at him, bro. And like, but obviously, you know, I said to the boys, lad, I said, you know what? Lesson time. I said, bruh, you put an A on me at Bathurst, lad. You know, and say good morning to me. Yeah. And then he had to go to the dark side. Then I was like, yeah. I thought, no, fuck this guy. Like, I went through, like, what the fuck? Yeah, and I said, well, what'd you fucking put an A on me for, bro? Like, what the fuck? But he used my name, bro. Joey Gat, I do know Joey Gat, bro. Yeah, 100% TikTok, yeah. Because listen, this is what people don't realise. NAs, right? NAs is telling, simple. When I got stabbed 20, listen, I've been in many fights in New South Wales prison system. I've been stabbed, I've been bashed, I've been like jumped, and Because they're so, yeah, oi, bruh, BLM, Blue Line, you know it, bruh. And they want out, bruh. If you don't own your stuff at Bathurst, they don't want to be there, bruh. So they're out. And then they got the brothers on top, you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know, bro. I don't know if he was scared of my cousin or not. I don't know. What I thought was maybe he done something to my cousin and he didn't want my cousin to know that I was there and tell him, and then him tell me, and then I have to deal with it because obviously the last name, like, so I don't know. But anyway, you got dealt with for being an Og Day, right? But yeah, like, so anyone that's got NAs on anyone, you have to give a name. If you don't know what NA is, it means non-association. It means you cannot be housed in a centre with this person. You can be housed in the centre, but you can't be housed in the cell. Yeah, oi, for sure, Lee. I'd be mad. I love that. I'll give you one of mine. Yeah, that would be hectic. And I need to message you anyway, Lee, because I need advice, obviously, on my clothing line. But yeah, anyone that has NAs, but listen, there is things. No way. How do I get mine at that price? Yeah, professional bails happen at Bathurst heaps, bro, all the time, bro. But listen, there is things called system generated NAs. When are you going to do some real clothing? Yeah, bro, real clothing, eh? I need to, yeah, 100%. Yeah, apron for sure. Yeah, Billy, you're right, bro. I need to get some real clothing out there because the clothing that you put on a mine disappears. It's not real. It's not real, bro. Nah. When you put it on, it disappears like magic. Yeah, I get it. You know what I mean? Oi, Joey, ROBIN210official.com, bro. Pinky, you're, yeah, buzzing up. Yeah, bro. Nah, listen, I'll tell you, wait, that's a good question. Snowdroppers, tax and jumpers off the line. Yes. Did you have a time with Carver? No, I did, but not much. Yeah, it all looks very Inder. Yeah, yeah. Well, don't wear it, bro. Simple. Don't wear it, lad. Like, simple. Go and look elsewhere. That's fine by me, bro. Like, go elsewhere. You know, what do you want me to get on here and argue with you? Like, lad, relax. You're not that important. Yeah, Bass. Who doesn't know Pritchard Vale? Yeah. Oi, sweeper, yeah, shout out to Maloney at the Flats, East Lakes, lad. Shorts, yeah, I've got shorts coming, bro, yeah. We got shorts coming. So what happened was we had the pre-orders because they're ready. Everything else is being made. We probably come to market a little bit early on the advice of somebody else, Jace, on the advice of somebody else. That was probably a little bit too soon, but it is what it is. And now everything it will build from there, bro. You know, like shorts, jumpers, hats, everything will come in time. And when it does, it's going to be fire because we can rush stuff out and have it out tomorrow, but then I wouldn't wear it and I wouldn't want you to wear it. So yeah, bro, 100%. Yeah, nah, they're sweet. Yeah, yeah, very soon, Teresa, very soon. Yeah, I know, very soon. Yeah, like very soon. I'll let you know actually in the next couple of days, and you'll be rocking it before Christmas, that's for sure. But yeah, like, do I miss jail? Like, um, yeah, of course, bro. Oi, Jade, we got heaps, and Jade Osprey, listen, I'm doing them. Boy, you're mad for even asking this question because that's the first story I'm doing on my YouTube, JDOS. The walkthrough of the 2030 district, bruh. Like all the hoods through, Maddo, Maroubra, the Lakes, Mascot, like Kenzo. No Kenzo because it's a bit too boring. If you know, JDOS. But yeah, we're going to Nema, we're going to Bilga, we're going, do you know what I mean? We're going through the areas, lad, on YouTube. And yeah, Bondi, yeah, bro. But yeah, did you meet any Millers? Did you meet anyone? No, I didn't, Luke. No, I didn't. But yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, oi, Brody, 210 key was infamous, bro. It was the key to freedom. So it was the key to freedom. But yeah, do I miss jail? Like, I miss the mates that I found in jail. I miss the jail routine. I bought a bit of that jail routine outside. I work well under structure. That's why I thrived in prison, because I work well in structure. If I've got structure in my day and my life, I can work well. It's when I don't have structure in my life, I kind of, like I go off the rail. But yeah, do I miss jail? I probably don't miss jail. I don't think I'll ever miss jail, but I remember the venue and the lads used to get around in. Yeah. Bruh, that's crazy, eh? Can't wait for the stories. People don't know about the two. Yeah, bro, that's right, Jados. And that's why when I drop it on YouTube, because it gets more airtime, more play, and it stays on repeat. Do you know what I mean? Like, where I could walk through it. Yeah, in Mount Vernon. Yeah, that's ages ago. Yeah, oi, you want to hear something funny, Joe? You want to hear something funny? Listen, I was in Parramatta the other day, and an Oost Grey walked up to me. He's from Kempsey Jail. They were in Parramatta doing some sort of training, and he walked past me and he said, "ROBIN210, how are you?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm fine." And he says, "You don't remember me, eh?" And I said, "Nah." He said, "From jail." And I said, "From jail? Like, I don't remember you from jail." He said, "Nah, you wouldn't." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "I was a welfare officer, but I'm now an officer training down here. Keep up your good content." I was like, "Yo." I said, "Yeah, wait till I drop how fucking bad you officers are tomorrow night." Yeah. He's watching. Yeah. But yeah, he was like, "Oh, great content." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Listen, he said, talking about that cognitive behavior and how you lose your mind to think in prison was interesting, and people need to." He's a fan. Yeah, people need to hear and understand that, bro. And it's like, yeah, 100%. Like, people need to know the real jail and even how you treat us. You know what I mean? Like, how we get treated by you, how we treat them. Like, it's, yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's crazy, but yeah. So, and then today I was out. I went to see a mate, and then I was standing next to this bloke at a set of lights. Right. Listen, I'll tell you a couple of things that have happened in the last couple of days. Right. So I was on a train. Right. I'll get back to today's story. Yeah, it mucks you up psychologically badly. So I was on the train the other day, right, and I had a vape, right, and there was a train driver sitting on the train, right. Don't worry, mate. I'm not going to mention your cousin. I'm not going to mention you, but I'm going to let him. You're a train driver, right? And there'll be nothing else to this story because he panicked about. Just another hit story from Robin. Yeah, all day. Yeah, we'll get to. I've got a good couple of stories we'll drop tonight. And I had a puff of my vape, right? And he's sitting on that side of the train, and he's jumped up, and he's sat right directly in front of me. And I thought, this hog day is going to say something about me vaping. He's going to make a scene, and where's this going to end up? Like, just control yourself. Don't say anything. Just don't say anything. Don't say anything, right? Anyways, he said, "Oi, are you on YouTube?" And I said, "Yeah, a little bit. Why?" He said, "Fuck, because I was just looking, because I was facing that way and I got the nose ring." And he said, "I was just looking at you, but on YouTube you don't have a nose ring, so I was unsure if it was you. I just need to know." And then I said, "Yeah, I was." And then he's like, "I fucking knew it because I was just looking at you just over there. I was watching YouTube trying to see if it was you, but I couldn't get the nose ring." Bro, I love your content. I was like, "Oh, he's going to rip me about the vape." You know? I said, "Oh, oi, yeah, Rob, hey, Marcus, John, what's happening? Thank you, Turpy, for sharing the live." And then today, I was going to see my mate, and I'm standing at a set of lights, bro, and I'm on my phone, you know, like just going through my phone, and there's this bloke next to me in a full work suit, and like briefcase, like in the city going across the road, you know. And I was standing at the set of lights, and he's like, "Oi, keep up the great content, mate." And I'm like, I said, hey, he said, yeah, keep up the great content, mate. Listen, like, I watch you. I'm a supporter. I'm a fan. Keep up the great content. And as we started walking our other ways, he's like, most of all, stay out of prison. I said, yeah, definitely, bro, definitely. Like, what? Like, so it's happening regularly, bro. Even with conflict the other day. I won't say where we're at, but it was late at night, bro. I was going to get a feed. And, bro, this Range Rover, tinted windows, 5 deep, of Lebos in it, stop in the middle of the road and yell out, Robin. And I'm like, yeah, what? And I'm thinking, bro, this is going south real quick. But there was no way I was not answering my name, or I wasn't going to, like, ignore him or keep walking. But, bro, it's in an area that was sketchy, right? This Rangy pulls up, tinted windows, the driver window drops halfway down, right? I'm in the darkest spot, and they said, Robin. And I was like, yeah, what? And they said, bro, you're the sickest cunt. I was like, so I walk over to the car and meet the boys and do our thing. Yeah. And he's in the chat sometimes. He said, bro, my name's gone. I said, hey, Shayla. Yeah, everyone's a right, yeah. Bro, I was like, what the fuck? Oh, did you do? Yeah, I did do time with Moody to jaw. Moody, I can't fight the fate, was there when I punched him with Asian Trump. So they just come to jail for the murder on Fat Pizza and that. And, yeah, friends and Baxter, thank you for joining. Yeah, so I've done time with Moody and that. Yeah, Simon, Fauzi, Mickey Braham, I've done a bit of fair jail with them. Thank you for all the gifts. Tavita shared the live. So chat. All right, listen, what it was like. What spicy tea? Shay, Tongan blue. Yeah. Oi. Dwayne, best thing at the end of the day is logging in and seeing Robin chat on live. Shay, bruh. Yeah, I did do time with Bill Houcher, yeah. Monica, thank you for joining. No, Blackfellas from Canberra. I do, bro, but like Toddy Williams, who else? Ricky Lee Sampson. Yeah, Moody was different back then, bro. He was a president. No, inside back then, he was a nomad. Yeah, I do know Ricky. He was a nomad. He was, I think, the club president or the sergeant of arms. Yeah, I do know a Syrian Ricky. Yeah. No, that was Kickback, Ashley Sloan. Yeah, I do know Tony Hines from Maroubra. Yeah, he's passed. Yeah, no, all good, bro. All good, my man. I try to answer every question that's here, bro. No, not Toddy Williams, the singer. He's a brother from Canberra. Yeah, he's up in Sydney now, but he's a brother from Canberra. Yeah. So wait, back, no way, passing the ball to the inside ball. Mana, okay, nah. Yeah, I do know keep it 100. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do know Orbo Swan, Sai Swan, Margie Swan. Yeah, Heinzie was cooked, bro. Oi, guns, what? Heinzie was off his head, bro. Oi. But you know what happened there? Willingness, fuck off, of course. How was Bill Houcher inside? Bill Houcher. Bro, I always play centre or fullback. Where's the jacket from? Oi, it's industry, bro. Oi, Brody, your story was well told. I was up to 1:30 a.m. last night and I started it. Oh, sorry, bro. Oi. I escaped from jail. Oi, Hux G, I escaped from jail. Do you want me to tell you about the escape story? If you haven't already heard it, should I run the escape story or what? Like when I escaped from prison? I can tell you that if you want. But yeah, I escaped from Silverwater. Wait, TikTok boom with 16. No way. Yeah, tell it. All right, sweet. Best story. Yeah. Well, listen, so, right, I ended up at Old Silverwater. I shouldn't have ended up there, right? I was too out with my cousin, and they buzzed me up and said, "Listen, you're going to Old Silverwater." I said, "What? Not me, bro. No way. No way. It's not me." And they said, "Yeah, pack your stuff." So I don't pack my stuff, right? Nah, but I was there when the helicopter. Yeah. Oh yeah, brains. Eshay, lad. Wipe your mouth. You got some shit dribbling. 100%, bro. I've always got shit dribbling from my mouth. 100%, my man. But inbox me kindness later. Yeah. So, anyways, what happened was I didn't pack my stuff, right? And they end up coming and saying, "Listen, bro, you're going to." I'll turn this off so I can. So I don't. The comments don't. Yeah, so I don't end up packing my stuff because I'm not like, it's not me, bro. You know what I mean? Well, anyways, I do. I end up packing my stuff. I get to the reception room. They say my name. They read out my MIN number. They've actually got me on escort that I shouldn't be on, and they're actually sending me to a jail that I shouldn't be I shouldn't be going to. Right? I've only just been pinched for a couple of bank robberies, and I'm on a breach of parole. So I know that I'm not meant to be over here, right? So I get over there, and now I'm like, fuck, bro, what the fuck am I going to, like, I don't want to be here, bro. I'm going to take off. Fuck it, right? But I knew this. So I end up taking off with another bloke, Todd Ellis, right? Sorry, Todd, if I've just dropped your name and you didn't want it out there, but it's all on Google. You can Google this whole story. Like, it is what it is. The only thing they've done wrong in the story's got the ages, you know, like they fucked up the ages, but that's, other than that, the event is what happened. So, yeah, I think, fuck it, I'm taking off, bro. Fuck this, I'm taking off. I shouldn't be here, so I'm going to escape, right? Fuck it. So Todd was already trying to escape because when I got there, he had just broke the golden rule. And the golden rule is he asked his mate to get, when his mate was getting out, and said to his mate, "Can you please go and look after my girl?" His mate said, "Yeah, right, I'll go and look after you all day lad." A week later, the girl's not answering the phone, bro. A couple of days after, Neil answers the phone. That was Todd's mate that was meant to go and look after his girl. He's like, "Oi, lad, don't ring you no more," you know, like, fucking rah, rah, rah. So he wanted to go as well, you know, so we end up coming up with an idea, right? So what happens was, I said, "Bro, I'm just leaving, bro. I'm just going up to the screw and telling him I want out," kind of thing. "I'm going to give him my ID card. I'm going to walk out of the jail." But this is what happened, right? So to give you a little insight now, Corrective Services lied about the way we escaped, so they weren't held at fault until ICAC come to investigate me and how I took off. Did it actually eventuate how the real escape took place? Because they told the police, the Channel 7, Channel 10, ABC, Channel 9, all the news corporations that I scaled 3 fences when they let me out. Do you know what I mean? Like, when they let me out. So ICAC, when ICAC got hold of the CCTV footage of a screw actually letting me out 3 doors and unlocking all 3 doors for me, they thought that a screw and a psychologist was on board, because I was seeing a psychologist at Silverwater and she was at the same jail when I took off. They raided her house at 6 a.m. in the morning thinking I was there, right? But I wasn't. But me and this psychologist had relations in Silverwater, and it ended up coming out later that we had relations and whatever, but they thought that because she was at that jail that she had, like, also participated in helping me escape, right? And none of that was true. So anyways, the day of the escape comes and I walk up to the officer and I give him my ID card. And when I give him my ID card, Jace, yes, when I give him my ID card, the phone rings and he's on the phone. And I start arguing with the officer, right? Because now there's another officer and a priest. They're trying to get in another door, right? And I don't want to have too many people in here at once. So I'm trying to get out as they come in, so he doesn't have to open another door. That way, as they're coming in, they just open the door, I just walk out, and I just do it as like I'm meant to be doing it, right? So anyways, the phone rings and he picks the phone up and he's talking on the phone, but he has to open the door because he doesn't want to leave one of his colleagues waiting there, you know? So he buzzes the door, this officer and this priest walk in, right? And I'm saying, fucking, come on, man, what the fuck? Like, I want to fucking go to fucking work. If not, I'm going back to the gym. And if I get sacked, it's on fucking you. And he's like, mate, do you know these people? Because you got to go through a checklist and you got to check off a list to have people leave the jail, obviously, right? And the officer just said, yeah, I know them. They're sweet. The officer didn't know us from a bar of soap. We just was just being a lazy ooskray. And he said, yeah, they're sweet. Let them go, right? So we walk out the door. And when we walk out the door, I don't lock the first door, right? And I didn't know the airlock worked like that. I didn't know that you had to lock this door to get this door open. So the door is just sitting on the lock part, right? All of a sudden I hear this bang, 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 bang. And it's him banging on the counter. I thought, fuck me. I'm just going to say it's a joke, mucking around, rah, rah, rah. I thought he had found out that we're not meant to be leaving and it's going to go south real quick, right? And I said, fucking what? Like what? And he's like, shut the fucking door. I can't open the other one. I was like, oh, sorry, bang. Shut the door. He's unbuzzed the second one. I walk straight out of the jail, right? I'm now out the front of the jail, bro. My heart's pumping. Like, my mate's with me. I'm like, bruh, is this happening right now? Like, lad, we're about to be on the news, bro. Lad, we're about to be on the fucking news, bro. Anyways, I cut straight across the road. And as I'm walking across the road at Silverwater Jail, the squad grabbed me. And the fucking squad said, oh, how many fucking times we told you not to walk on this side of the road? Get the fuck on the other side. You can have contact with visitors. I said, oh, fuck, sorry. Like, I was just looking for the rubbish. Fuck me dead, sorry, right? And I cut back across, right? This is where, like, it gets interesting, bro. So as we're walking out of the jail, there's an officer looking at me and looking at my mate. And he's staring at us like, bruh. Like, he knows that we're not meant to be here. I can feel it in my chest, right? He's looking, and he's looking down, he's looking up. He's looking down, he's looking up. Now, he had a clipboard with, if you've ever been to prison, you get an ID card. Now, on that ID card, there's a strip, and it's got a sticker on it that's got your photo, your MIN number, and your date of birth. Well, he had that strip on the back of a wooden clipboard, right? Everybody that was allowed to leave the jail, right? I'm obviously not on that clipboard, right? And he's looking at me, scanning through all these photos, trying to find me real quick and identify me. He's doing them ones. Well, as I get close to him, I just take my shirt off and tell him, what are you doing? I said, I'm fucking leaving. I'm going home, mate. Fuck you, bush. I run, right? I run straight through the jail. I jump a little fence. I run through, like, Shine. It's like a visit area. I jump over the fence and I'm on the main street of Silverwater. I'm out the front of Silverwater Jail, right? The squad are there. They know now that we've escaped, right? Listen to this. So I look left, there's no car. I look right, there's cars all the way down the other end of the fucking street. It's too far to run. So I fucking run straight across the road. I jump a fence and I'm in the industrial area, Old Silverwater. As I run through the industrial area, I turn left. I run up this big, long driveway and I come out at a shopping centre. Well, as I come out at the shopping centre, I run across the road and I think I need to get a car. I need to get a car ASAP right now. So the first car I see that has anybody in it, I'm taking it, right? It's fair game right now. Like, I need to get out of the area. So I run across the road and I see this old VB vacationer pulling in. Now, it drives into a car spot. I run up to the car. He opens the door. I put my hand on top of the roof. I put my hand on the top of the door and I look into the car and I couldn't do it. I was just like, fuck, sorry, I thought you were someone I knew, sorry. And I left, right? Because it was a man of age, right? I just said, fuck, sorry, I thought you were someone I knew, sorry. And I took off. Now I can hear sirens. They're coming, bro. They're on. Todd's with me, right? I said, bro, we need to get out of the area and we need to get out of here quickly, bro. Like, they're going to swarm this area. So I now run across the car park of this Newington shopping plaza, and there's a bike track. Cody, Eshay, my bro. There's a bike track. Now, on this bike track, it winds down through Newington. These are the old houses of the Sydney Olympic 2000 Games. You know what I mean? So they're all around a duck pond, and the stadium is straight across the road, right? So as I run across this car park and I get to that little bike track, there's a bloke that is riding on the bike track. Well, I stop in front of him and I grab the bike by the handlebars. So it's him and I directly in front of each other. And I stop the bike and I've got my hands on the handlebars, right? I've got no shirt on, green shorts, shaved legs, Asics, probably 85 kilos, all inked up, and there's sirens everywhere. He's looking at me like, you don't have to tell me who you are, bro. I know who you are, right? I said, bro, listen, where is the closest train station? And he's like on his bike, and as soon as he's pointed like that and he's took his hand off the handlebar and he's going like that, I just went, fuck, I'm ripped. I ripped the bike straight from underneath him. Oh, shit go, brah. Shit go, brah. Bang, ripped the bike, jumped straight on it. My mate jumped on. We're off. Legs were pedaling, brah. Toddy, Robin, you're a mad guy. Anyway, we're flying through the fucking the bike track, right? Polaire is out, lad. Polaire is doing grid searches from the top of the jail to the set of like lights to back to the jail, set of lights, and it's getting closer to us, right? All the time it's getting closer to us. It's just flying up and down, up and down, up and down, right? Coppers flying through the streets everywhere. We come to the end of the bike track. Now, when we come to the end of the bike track, there's like a hole in the fence, and there's these big water pipes, and all this water was running through to put water into the big duck pond there, right? So there's a hole in the fence. So we go through the hole in the fence. I put the bike through the hole in the fence, and in my brief, I come out at 31 Day Street, Lidcombe. This is how I remember everything because I read my brief for months, right? So when I come out at 31 Day Street, Lidcombe, I jump back on the bike. Now it's a cul-de-sac street, right? It's in the industrial area. As I come out and I jumped on the bike, my mate's walking beside me, and I'm riding down slowly. Daniel with the heart, me. A van pulls into the street, but what the van did spun me out a bit because I thought at first it might be Ungies. It stopped in the middle of the street, and it was looking straight up at me, and I stopped in the middle of the street and I was looking straight back at the van, and I was unsure, should I go back in through the hole in the fence and into the unit, or should I just continue on my path straight towards the van, right? Well, the van puts its blinker on and turns into a loading dock. So I start riding down. Now there's a highway. I'm at Lidcombe, and it's right near a movie cinemas, right? And I'm at a highway, and I'm thinking I'm definitely getting a car right now. I'm definitely getting a car. But as I start to ride past the van that's gone into the loading dock, he's getting out of the car and he's shutting the door. Well, as I rode past, I looked and thought, bro, he's got no keys in his hands. I don't know why I thought that. It could have been in his pocket, could have been anywhere else other than his hands, but I just seen that he had nothing in his hands. I thought the keys are in the car. So I ghosted the bike in the middle of the road, and I walked straight to the loading dock. He's now talking to whoever he had an order with, or what he was dropping off or picking up or whatever, right? He's now conversing with that bloke. I walk straight behind the two of them. My mate jumps in the passenger seat. I jump in the driver's seat. Matty, yeah, shame, Matty. I jump in the driver's seat, right? Bang, I shut the door. He hears the opening and the shutting of his doors, right? He turns around and says, what the fuck? I said, fuck you. I'm taking the arcade. Fuck you, bro. I'm out. He's like, what? Bro, give me my wallet. You know how hard it is to get ID? Give me my wallet. Me being a dickhead, I grabbed the wallet and said, here, take it. I don't want your wallet, take it. And then I'm thinking, bro, like later when I drive off, I'm thinking, fucking fingerprints, bro. He gives that to the police, I'm pinched, but I didn't give a fuck because I'm escaped, right? That was the last of my worries, but I'm thinking, fuck, I shouldn't have done that. Well, I take off in third because the van it's on a column, right? So the fucking car starts bunny hopping, like, I was thinking, what? And my mate saying, do you want me to drive? I'm saying, shut up, fuck, yeah, shut up. Bang, I find the gear, we take off, right? But we're driving through Auburn, and it comes on the radio. 2 prison escapees are on the run from Silverwater Jail, believed to be heading towards Sydney, Redfern, right? I'm from the city, he's from Cronulla. Cronulla riots just happened, right? And I was like, bruh, we can't go to Sydney, we can't go to Cronulla. Cronulla's red hot. He's not from Cronulla, he's from Penshurst. I think that's the same area, ain't it? But anyways, I said, bruh, we can't go to the city, we can't go to Cronulla, right? So we just drive. We end up in this area, right? Now, I said, bro, I'm going to my mate's house. I pull up in the van, right? And when I pull up in the van, I pull up into the driveway, bro. Just like I own it, bang. I knock on the door, and he's like, bro, what are you doing, lad? You're all over the news, bro. What the fuck? I said, bro, I need a shotgun. He's like, what? I said, bro, I need a fucking shotgun now. Like, right now. He said, bro, I'm not giving you a shotgun. No way. I said, bro, I need a fucking shotgun, right? Anyways, everything, I'm at the house, I get what I need to get, and he says, oi, bro, I said, I'm out. He's like, bro, what are you doing with the van? I said, you deal with it. I said, fucking get rid of it, bro. I don't want it. Deal with it, you know, like, it's served its purpose. You can't leave it here, fuck you. I said, bro, listen, like, just get rid of it. Get someone to drop it off or whatever, right? What happens is they just move it off his driveway and park it on the street in a housing commission estate, right? The police end up finding it later, but listen, we are walking now through an area that no one really knows us at, right? My mate happens to bump his mate, right? And his name is Matthew English. And yes, I'm dropping your name, you Ogday, because what you did was a shit go. And if I ever ump your bay, lad, I'm going to ache your jaw in half, bro. Fucking agate. Anyways, what happened was we're walking through the street, side street, right? And this van pulls up and yells out, "Wait, Toddy, what are you doing, bro?" I answer, not for me. My mate answers, bang. He happens to know this bloke from Cronulla that just moves into this area, right? He says, bro, what are you doing? He says, listen, like, what do you? He said, yeah, I stay here, bro, come. So we're now in a house that no one knows that we know. And I'm like, Eshay, bro, we're sweet, right? Yeah, mate. So what happens is my mate and his mate, Matthew English, and Todd, they start drinking. I don't drink alcohol. I've never drunk alcohol. I don't smoke marijuana. I don't smoke cigarettes, right? They start drinking. I start, like the TV's on, and they've got a PlayStation there. And I don't want the TV on because I know we're all over the news, right? Todd explains to his mate what's happened, right? Now, when I was at my mate's originally, we got a change of clothes. My mate got a wig and whatnot. We got to change and we're sweet, right? So when we're sitting, my mate explains to him, listen, we've taken off from prison, we need help, kind of thing. He said, yeah, you're sweet, stay here, bro, as long as you need, you're sweet, lad, like, all good. He starts drinking, right? And my mate starts having a beer with him, but my mate is only concerned about one thing. He wants to get to his girl's house. He wants to get to his girl's house, bro. And he keeps on trying to ring his girl off his mate's phone. I'm saying, lad, she knows that you're out, bro. The police are going there. She already knows you're out. Listen, everybody that we know right now, the police have told them that we're not in jail anymore. Anybody that's got dramas with us, they know that we're not in jail anymore. Like, don't worry, your girl knows you're out, bro. Like, don't worry, don't stress it, and don't go there. You cannot go there, bro. And he's like, bro, I need to see my girl. I said, listen, like, don't worry, bro. Just sit and relax. No one knows we're here. We eat swap. Nah, it doesn't happen like that. So they start sinking alcohol, bang, bang, bang. Well, Maddie says, I'm going to the pub to get more beer. Todd says, yeah, I'm going to come for a walk. I said, bro, don't leave me, bro. I don't know this bloke. His girlfriend, Charmaine, is upstairs. They just had a baby 3 months old, right? Anyways, I said, don't fucking leave me. Come back, bro. I'm not walking around, bro. I know that I need to stay hidden. And even if I'm not from this area, I need to stay hidden, and I need to stay away from anybody's eyes, bro. I'm comfortable where I am right now, bro. Right? I'm playing WWE SmackDown on the PlayStation. Right? Like, don't know what I'm doing, don't know anything about the game, but I'm just like smacking the controls, right? He leaves and goes to the pub. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half hour goes by, bro. No one's come back. I start like a little bit like, what the fuck, bro? You can't be at the pub like thinking you're out legally, bro. He's not this stupid, bro. Like, what the fuck? A phone call happens, right? And on that phone call, it's a neighbour from the house I'm in, straight across the road. And the phone call goes, Charmaine, have you got the prison escapee in your house? And Charmaine's talking loudly and repeating the question. She become a very, very good mate of mine, bro. She is solid as they come, bro. Like, so Charmaine, you're a legend. I loved you. And that's why I went back and seen him when I got out. She is repeating every question he's asked to her on the phone, so I can hear everything. She's saying, what do you mean I've got the prison escapee in my house? What? Maddie's down at the pub threatening to commit suicide and ring the police because the prison escapee won't leave. And she's like, bro, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, right? And she hung up. And I said, what the fuck? She said, I don't know what's going on. But apparently Maddie's down at the pub ringing the police off the pub phone saying you're here and you won't leave. Now, remember, Todd and him were mates. So all he's telling the police is because he doesn't know my last name, but he doesn't want to tell on his mate. So all he's saying is, listen, the escapee Todd's at my house. The escapee Todd's at my house. The escapee Todd's at my house, right? Virgo, bub, thank you. So they're like, what? But he can't say any more or any less because he doesn't know my last name and he doesn't want to give his mate up, right? So he's like, I'm going to commit suicide if you don't come up there and remove him from my house. I don't want him there. I don't like him there. And they're there right now, right? Well, he must have done it again because the neighbours come and knocked on the door. So I go and hide, right? Because there's a knock at the door. And I'm like, what the fuck, bruh? Bang. Charmaine goes to the door. The neighbours walk straight in. Don't get invited in, just walk straight in and said, listen, Charmaine, you fucking need to be honest with us because the police are on their way. And I heard the urgency in this lady's voice. So I've come out of where I'm hiding and she was like, wow. She's like, wow, easy, right? Like she was full shocked and I was full shocked, right? So I'm like, oi, what the fuck? And she said, listen, you need to get out of this house. Coppers are coming. I'm not setting you up. You can come to my house if you don't believe me, but you can't bring the gun. And I'm saying, what are you talking about? Like, Maddie's down there told him everything. Listen, there's prison escapees. They're at the house. He's got a gun, rah, rah, rah. She said, I've got a daughter and my girlfriend's there. So she was a lesbian, this other neighbour, right? And I said, mate, listen, like if you're setting me up, I'm telling you now, you had no reason to come to this house, come to this fucking door and talk to me and want to take me to your house. So if you're setting me up, I'm telling you now, like it's not going to end well for you or me, right? She said, I'm telling you now, you're all over the scanner and the police are here. If you do not get out of this house now, you're going back to jail tonight. So I go with her, bro. And I was spinning the uckage out, bro. So we walk out this house. We walk around the back of the street that we're in, which is a cul-de-sac, and she takes me around the front. Now, it's a housing commission house where the front is the back and the back is the front. So the back is facing the street. The front is facing that laneway, right? So we walk around. I walk into the house. I'm in her house now, right? And she says, here, there's the scanner. I listen to the scanner. Bang. Bruh, they are now at the pub talking to this bloke. And everything they say is coming over the scanner. Until they come up to raid, then they say, go mobile. And the detectives come off the scanner, but the normal police are still talking about, like cars come and positioning themselves. So I'm thinking, what the fuck? So I go into her daughter's bedroom that's not there. And I wind out, open the window a little bit. And I'm looking straight directly at that house that I was just in. Straight across the cul-de-sac, straight looking at the house I was in, the front door of it, I can see it perfectly, right? Within 5 minutes, the street is lit up. Bruh, the street. I heard them pulling into the street with no lights on, no nothing, and they start positioning themselves in, they park on the main part of the, you know how you got an island in the cul-de-sac? There's like an island. Coppers park up there. They parked out the front of the house I'm in, front and back. Like they've come to the alleyway, parked like rows of them, and they're all out. They've parked in the back, front part, all in the street. They're all out. Bang, TRG come. And there's a jail squad that travels with the police if they know where you are to take you straight back to prison. I'll tell you how I know, because I seen them and I heard them after they've raided the house, right? So what happens is, they fucking raid the house. They go, they knock on the door, Charmaine opens it, bang, they raid. They smashed the house apart. Charmaine complains about how they've treated her house. And she said, listen, you haven't broke my manhole. And he said, listen, I'm telling you now, you're lucky we never caught somebody in that house because that was the only thing that wasn't getting broken. Bro, the size of these coppers and the screws that were there were massive. And I start freaking thinking, bro, they're going to snap me, lad. They're actually going to snap me, bro. Like, I was frightened, bro. I was like, whoa. Yo, I'm going to have to fight for my life when these people arrest me, bro. So I'm there, right? Turbo King, yes, my bro. Thank you very much. So I'm there, right? Now a bull wagon pulls up. Bruh, bull wagon pulls up. The detectives are all talking, right? Now, coppers are walking through the area. Ha, 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 ha. Thank you, my bro, for the roses. Coppers are all walking through the area. There's torches. They're looking over back fences. They're just doing them. No one's in the house now, right? So they're doing them and they're just walking, they're talking, they're in their little bunches, they're shining torches in the houses, in the backyards, just like pretending to look. But it's enough to deter me and scare me because I'm thinking, fuck, bro, I'm just like 2 meters away from these people. Like, if they only knew, like, what the actual fuck. So anyways, the bull wagon pulls up on the driveway and pulls up in front of Matthew English's house. The D's walk straight up to the bull wagon and they open the door. Matthew English is in back of the... Oi, Aaron Page, yes, Shay, bruh. Thank you. All them gifts, chat, that you're dropping will hopefully push me to A-League. So if you like the story, double tap and drop anything that you can. A rose, a hand heart, anything you can. Let's just try to get to A-League tonight. I appreciate you. I love your support. Oh, like, let's do it as a team. Let's get to A-League, chat. Let's get to A-League. So anyways, thank you, chat, for all your gifts. Keep dropping them. I need one more gift, chat. Let's see. Doomsy and Adam Ladd has dropped. I need one more gift, and it's a Future City. Oh, it's the biggest one. It's a 6,000 coiner. If someone can drop a Future City, chat, Pablo, thank you very much. It'll be muchly appreciated. So if you're liking this story, and you want to drop Amanda, thank you. Oh, hey, yes, Shane, man. Oh, that looks hectic. If you want to drop the Future City, I'll be muchly appreciated. So the bull wagon pulls up. Thank you, chat. I love you, Zay. Double tap and drop anything you can. I appreciate you. So the bull wagon pulls up, right? And the D's rock up to the bull wagon. They open the back. Matthew English is in the back of the bull wagon going crazy. What the fuck you got me in here for? What are you doing with me in the back of the bull wagon? Why aren't you in my house? Get the Teresa Camp is a legend. Why aren't you in the back? Why aren't you taking him out of my house? They said, listen, there's no one in your house. Why would you call us to come here and look for this bloke when there is nobody here? And then they asked Charmaine the same question. Why would he be down at the police station asking us to come up here and remove them if there was nobody here? Why? She said, why would he walk into Cronulla police station and admit to doing an armed robbery when he didn't? I don't know how his brain thinks. He's a fucking idiot when he's on the alcohol, right? They do a warrant check on him. They charge him and take him to the police station because he's now breached his AVO. He's not allowed within 100 metres of him and his girlfriend whilst intoxicated or after taking drugs for 12 hours. They charge him for a breach of AVO and take him to the police station. He is burning, bro. He's kicking the bull wagon. He's calling them all these names. I'm in the house cheering, thinking, bro, if I get arrested tonight and I go to them cells, I'm going to cave his skull in, bro. But I'm like, right, whack, sucked in. You want me to get inch paid? And you are going to ALJ for trying to tell on me? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, teach him. Because he would breach his AVO, right? He breached his AVO, bro. He wasn't allowed there within 12 hours of intoxication. So, bang, they're thinking, you know what? You wasted our whole night. If you made out there was a prison escapee here and there wasn't. So, he goes to jail, right? Now, I am in the house, bro. I don't even know these two people. They turn out to be the best people ever, bro. They cook for me. They wash my clothes. They go out and do things for me, come back. They leave me. Never give up, SJ. Thank you very much. And I stay there, right? The next morning I come. I've been listening to the scanner all night. Now, it's crazy how many people think they see you when you don't even leave the house, bro. It's crazy because I was getting sighted. Teresa, thank you. I was getting sighted everywhere. I was like being sighted in all these areas, hundreds and hundreds of k's away. Whoa, Stevie D. S.A., bro. S.A. Stevie D. Thank you, bro. S.A. That was hectic. And I was getting sighted everywhere, right? Well, Melissa, she leaves. That was her name, right? She leaves and she goes to get the newspaper. So I escape on the 12th of January. The next day is Friday the 13th, chat. Well, what? Never give up with the rose. Thank you, bro. I escaped the 12th of January at 2:30 in the afternoon. It's now Friday the 13th, right? And I'm like, fuck me. Like, I got arrested before on Friday the 13th. Me and Friday the 13th do not have good times together. They called me, I robbed a bank on Friday the 13th, and they called me the Black Friday Bandit. Right, the Black Friday Bandit was everywhere. I ended up getting pinched for it, right? So when I knew it was, thank you, Teresa, when I knew it was Friday the 13th, I was like, fuck. Like, seriously, bro? Like, fuck me. I'm not superstitious, but I am with that date, bro, because I've been arrested on that date, and I just didn't want to be arrested again on that date. So she comes back with the newspaper. Eshe Teresa, anything over 6 is a bouquet, you know. Anything over 6 flowers is a bouquet. Oh, Teresa, Eshe. She comes back with the newspaper. Stevie Eshe, Stevie D. What is that? What was that? That was hectic. Eshe, Stevie. Oi, ha, ha, and fry rice. Eshe, thank you so much. So she throws a newspaper at me and says, you're the only one left. I'm like, what? She said, yeah, your mate got arrested last night, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, yeah, fuck, no way. She said, yeah, you're the only one left, bro. I was like, nah, he went to his girl's house, lad, like, serious. So what happened was he goes to his girl's house, right? And he travels all night to his girl's house. So when he gets there, she says, oi, listen, you stink, full of alcohol and you're full of sweat. Go and have a shower. So he jumps in the shower and does what he does. He jumps out of the shower and he goes on, sits on the back step and he grabs a little beer out of the fridge, right? He's drinking Neil Teese's beer because his girl doesn't drink. So he's sitting out the back drinking his mate's beer in his fridge, right? In his fridge, right? He said he was sitting out the back on the back step having a drink of beer and a cigarette, right? He said the whole house lit up, bro. Bang, his girl rang the police while he was in the shower and got him arrested. So he was only out like 13 hours. So he got arrested at 3 in the morning. Yeah, so his girl rang the police while he was in the shower and they come and arrested him, bruh. And he said, bruh, she was like keeping me there, telling me everything's going to be okay, rah, rah, rah. I was like, bruh, I told you, like, this is when we got arrested and I spoke to him. I told you, bruh, you should never have went there. So what happens was I'm now on my own. I'm in this house. I read the newspaper. I'm like, fuck, bro. No way. What happens was now Auburn police are everywhere looking for me, right? Now an armed robbery happens. And this is what's freaky, bro, because I end up bumping these people later in jail, right? So armed robbery happens on a jewelry shop. And what happens is they go in with an axe and a hammer, right? And I left this out last time. They go in with an axe and a hammer and they rob this jewelry shop, right? Well, as they rob it and they leave, they get followed by a tow truck driver and he witnesses the armed robbery, right? And he follows them halfway to Wollongong. So Auburn detectives are all over the scanner talking to this other policeman saying, that's our guy. That's our guy. Like 100%, that's the SKP. 100% he's in jail for sledgehammers on a bank. Like, I'm telling you now, that's our guy, bro. Like, because they went in with the axe, right? And they've gone in, they've smashed the cabinets open and taken whatever jewelry, right? Now, they've followed them to wherever, and coppers get there and arrest them, right? Straight after the armed robbery, they arrest them. They get caught with their balaclavas on. Auburn police get there. They rip the balaclavas off and they say, nah, it's not him, right? And this is all over the scanner. I'm thinking, bro, this is crazy. Like, this is crazy. So Auburn detectives come back and they start looking around these areas because you remember the van was found in this certain area. So they think he's here. We just don't know where. This Matthew English is rung up saying they were here. We kind of half believe him because we found that van 2 streets from his house. So maybe he has some truth in it, but like he wasn't there when we went there. So we know that he's possibly in this area. So they were stopping cars coming in and leaving, searching boots, searching back seats, searching any vehicle that looked suspicious that had more than 2 people in it. They were stopping them because every time my mates that left and went out would tell me, coppers are everywhere here, coppers are everywhere there, they're having a meeting here, they're raiding a house up here, like, you cannot leave, you cannot move. And I'm like, bruh, you're a legend. Like, seriously, what you've done for me, I'll never forget, right? So I stayed there for 5 days. 5 days, bruh. And this come, so Monday morning, so like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday morning, right, about 4 or 5 in the morning, they put me in the boot of their car and drove me to where I needed to go. And I left by my choice because I started to stress out. I was like, I've escaped to be stuck in a house, bro. I need out. I need to get out, bro. Like, and they would not travel me any time before this because they were seeing police everywhere. Over the last couple of days, they were going out and the police were dropping off and there weren't so many police in the area. And then one day she said, listen, look, if you want to go, I'll put you in the boot of my car. I'll take you to wherever you want to go. Early Monday morning, I made the decision. I got dropped off, right? So I get out of the area and I'm sweet. I'm out, right? And now it's been almost a week, like I said, 5, 6 days, right? So I go to my mate's house, everything's sweet. I'm out on the run. I start doing what I have to do to survive and get money and whatnot, right? The coppers are looking for me. My brother is my cousin. He pulls up in the house and the police are sitting off the house early in the morning, right? And they're sitting off the house. So what happens was they see him driving in a black ute and they're sitting off this house. They see him driving a black ute and they go and let him drive in. He opens up the gate. He drives the car in, shuts the gate, gets out, walks in the back door. If you're a black fella, you know every black fella's house, the back door's open. We never lock it. I don't know why, but, you know, like we never lock a back door, right? So he's drove in, he's gone in the house, he's gone into his bedroom, he's fallen asleep. Well, the police think it's me. So they break into the house. They get the TRG and they break into the house and they wake my nan and my papa and my cousin with guns to their forehead with red dots all over them, right? They wake my nan and pop up first and they say, what? Barra, no way! You're a legend, lad. What the fuck was that? Right. So they wake them up and they say, what room's he in? And my nan's freaking like, what the fuck? What room is he in? What room? And they're saying, who are you talking about? They say, the bloke that's just come in the house. What room's he in? And they say, mate, I don't know what you're talking about. They find my cousin in the other room, right? And they grab him and handcuff him. Then they come in with a clipboard and they got a photo of me on the clipboard. And they look at him and they say, he looks similar, but it's not him. They let him go, right? But they smell alcohol on him. So they breathalyze him, normal police, realise that he's over the limit and they charge him because they see him driving into the key. They see him driving in the driveway early in the morning and they charge him and take his license off him. He was burning, bruh. Sorry, my cuz. Right? Yeah, he was burning. Like, but what petty uncas, eh? Like, how petty are you? Like, you're looking for me, I'm not there. You realise that you watch someone drive in that's intoxicated, smells like alcohol, you do a breath test on him because the escapee's not there, and then you take his licence. Like, that's a shit go. Like, relax. Right? So the coppers start, like, sitting off houses and whatnot, as they do, right? I put down a phone number in when I was in jail, right? I put a phone number down and made up an address in Glen Innes. Bro, that address existed. When I got my brief, they said that we have raided numerous properties looking for me, and we've searched properties such as and one in Glen Innes. Bro, I didn't even know that address existed. So some poor person was at this address in Glen Innes and had police rock up looking for a prison escapee that has no connection to them. When you escape from prison, they go through every visit list, every phone call, every contact that you have had over your life in jail. They will go through with a fine-tooth comb, and they will go to that house. They will take them numbers. They'll do whatever they have to do, because there was people that I hadn't had contact with for years, like ex-girls, where they've got new partners, and police are rocked up saying, "Oi, we're looking for ROBIN210. Where is he?" What? I haven't seen Robin forever. You know what I mean? It was like, what the actual, bro? So they would just go into every house, and they were just making it uncomfortable. And this is when people started to kind of shut their doors on me, because the coppers were making their presence felt, they went to Redfern, they come down to Redfern and Wardloo, and they were asking all the young kids, "Where's Uncle Bud stay? Where's Bud stay? Where's Bud stay?" They were giving them $5 each, giving them money, "Take us to where Uncle Bud will stay." So the blackfellas, every blackfella's got an Uncle Bud. Every blackfella's got an Uncle Bud, so they just thinking, "Oh, they're looking for Uncle Bud," right? And they never said they're policemen. They just said, "We're looking for Uncle Bud. We're one of his mates. Can you tell us where he stays?" And they'll point houses out. The police would go and sit off that house, do surveillance on that house, and if they thought I was there, they'll raid it. So all the elders, like Lionel Munro and everyone from Shane Phillips and everyone from Redfern, got together and called a meeting with the police and said, "Listen, we're trying to teach our kids stranger danger, and you're coming down here giving our kids money to go and find this bloke. That's wrong, and we don't want that to happen, and it's got to stop, right?" And they said, "Yeah, well, if you want to work against us, we'll tell you one thing. We know he's got a shotgun, and we know he's running around the street, and if your kids are on the street after dark and we capture him and it goes south, don't blame us, because we know he's got a shotgun, and we know he's running around with a shotgun, and we're not taking any chances. So we're telling you now, if he's cornered and your kids are on the street, that's up to you. We're trying to remove somebody off the street that's no good for the street, and you want to tell us that we can't be doing what we're doing? Okay, then. If you want to work against us, you're against us, but this is what the repercussions are." What dogs, eh? So anyways, I end up going from house to house to house to house, right? Then people start saying, "Listen, bro, it's red hot. You kind of need to move on. Fair enough, bro. They got families, they got kids. I'm not interrupting their life. Fair enough. But in this process, other people escape, right, from New South Wales jails. And every time someone escaped, like Ronnie Thomas escaped from Windsor, he stole the governor's car, all right? He would escape, they'll bring my face up, and they'll bring his face up. And then a couple of days later, he'll get arrested, they'll bring my face up saying he's still on the run, right? And it was just fucking bullshit. I was like, "Bruh, stop escaping, boys, because every time you escape, they're bringing my face up with you. I'm trying to lay low and die off, bro." Then the bloke escaped from Long Bay, where he lost all that weight, went through a hole in the wall, jumped the fence, and got caught at Bondi, and he drew a texter beard on his face. Do you remember that? Well, he escaped, and that was a big escape, because he actually escaped from his cell, lost all this weight, got through a hole in the wall, jumped a couple of fences, had a mattress on top of the fence, got caught at Bondi. Well, once they caught him, they put my face back up, right? And it was like, fuck me, bro. And then I'll be back in the newspaper, right? But I forgot to tell you a story about when we stole the van. So when we stole the van, I was going... Do you remember the Prison Break, the TV show? Well, it came out in 2006, right? How do I remember this? Because of the Daily Telegraph. Ha, 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 thank you, bro. What happened is, we were in the stolen van, right? And I ran a red light, and the red light got us, right? And I've got to tell you the story about the van, and the red light got us, right? So what happened was, right behind me was a billboard, and on that billboard it said, "Coming soon to 7, Prison Break." Well, the headline on the Sunday Telegraph was, "Prison Break arrives early," and it had us in the white van. It wasn't that. That was hefty. I got it off my nan, right? My nan saved every paperclip that was about me in any case. bank robbery, escape. Like, she had a photo album full of it, like crazy. But that, yeah, it was a big front page cover. Prison Break arrives. Prison Break coming soon to 7, and their headline was Prison Break arrives early and had us two in the van. Right. Well, when we stole the van, old mate rings the police, obviously, right? So what happens to the van? Well, when the van, and me might take the van, he rings the police arrive, right? Now, when the police arrive, so does the news reporters, because a van's just been hijacked at Lincoln. Two prison escapees have been like on the run. They've put 2 and 2 together, and they've sent the news crew there, right? But the police arrive first. And when the police arrive there, they go through questions and whatnot, and they show photographs of me and my mate, right? Well, he says there and then, it doesn't look like them. No, I didn't really get a good look at them, but like 2 people did take my van. I don't know what they were wearing. I didn't really get a good look at them. They've taken off in my van. I don't know who they were, and I can't say it was them, right? He goes home and watches the Channel 9 news. And on the Channel 9 news, they put my photo up with my Coey's photo, right? Well, he watches that. And as soon as he sees our photos on the news, he goes, that's them. Fuck, that was them. Goes back to Auburn Police Station, makes a statement, and the police say, all right, sweet. So he now says, I had my van stolen at 31 Day Street, Lincoln. When it first happened, I was unsure of who they were, but I've gone home and I've watched the news and I've now seen their photographs again, and I definitely know it was them two. Keep that in mind, right? Just keep that in mind. I definitely know they stole my van. So he makes a statement, right, and goes, right? So I'm now on the run for a month and a bit, and I end up at my mate's house. And I say to him, like, my mate is like, I go out and I'm doing, like, what I need to, right? And my mate's there and he's starting to see, like, money and stuff that is enticing him back into the game, right? He's now been out of jail 5 years. He's just had twins and he's let me stay at his house, right? And no one knows that I know this bloke through the law. So I'm comfortable. There's no connection to me at all. There's no visits. There's no phone calls. There's no previous arrests. There's nothing. So I get comfortable at this house. I set my room up, everything, right? Well, I go out and I do my things through the day. I come back. I give him money. I give his girl money and whatnot. Well, he starts to see the lifestyle again and gets enticed and says to me, well, lad, I want to come out with you. And I said, are you sure, bro? Like, you just had kids. I listen, you don't need to. Everything's fine, you know. And he said, no, I want to come out with you one day. I said, bro, like, I don't want to take you out. Like, I'm happy to do what I'm doing. I'm going to jail anyway. Like, relax, you know. And he's like, no, I want to come out one day. I said, well, it's up to you, bro, but listen, you don't need to, right? What happens is we end up going, my mate was doing a little bit of bizzo. We end up going to this dealer's house, right? Well, when we get to this dealer's house, right, and we're at the dealer's house, when I'm leaving and I look out the front, I see a car out the front and there was no one in that car under 100 kilos at all. Well, I go back into the dealer day and say, lad, I think you're off, bro. He said, why? I said, oh, bro, there's detectives outside. My mate, he's sitting in the car in front of the detectives. He's not even taking notice, right? And my mate's like, inside, like, what? I said, yeah, bro, I think you're off, lad. Like, fuck, I think you're off, bro. So anyways, I leave that house and I jump in the car. And when I jump in the car, I say to my mate, well, I think there's police behind us, bro. He said, nah, you're spinning out. I said, bro, I think they're fucking ungies, bro. But when we drive off, they come with us. And I think they come with us because it was a known dealer, you know what I mean? So when we're driving, I said, bro, they're fucking coppers, bro. They're fucking coppers. Fuck. He's like, bro, don't worry. I said, bro, listen, like, they're coppers. Just get me to a certain place. I'll do the rest, right? So anyways, they're following us. And we come into this street and I said to him, you get me to the park, I'll do the rest. But what I wanted my mate to do was go on the wrong side of the road, right? But he parked on the right side of the road and I was like, nah, keep going, bro. Like, because if I would have got out of the car, they already got behind us. I would have had to jump out the passenger seat and run around the front of the car and I would have ran straight like into them because the driver was closest to the paddock. I wanted him to come around the corner and go straight on the wrong side of the road so I could get out and run straight in front of my car or his car, straight into the paddock, straight into the houses and gone. But he didn't break the road rules because he had his own car, right? So we put on a 60-kilometre chase, and I was like, lad, just pull over. Like, just pull the fuck over, bro. Like, it's all over for me, you know? And he's like, what? I said, just fucking pull over, bro. It's all over. Pull over. So we pull over. The coppers are behind us. They come up. They ask him for ID. He gives him ID. The bloke comes around to me. I jump out of the car and say, I want to go back to jail. And they're like, what? I said, I want to go back to jail, mate. And they said, what are you fucking talking about? I said, I've escaped from prison and I want to go back to jail. And there's like, mate, all the prison escapees have been pinched. I said, all right, then, sweet. Like, fuck it. I don't give a fuck, but I'm telling you who I am. I want to go back to jail. Right? He says, what's your name? Any ID? I said, I've got no fucking ID. They said, what's your name? And I told them my name. And they said, mate, I said, listen, I've got a big eagle on my chest and a big Koori, I got a Koori flag on my back. That's how you're going to identify me. And I want to go back to prison. I've been on the run. I've had enough, right? So they go back to the police car and they're sitting right behind us in the D's car, right? 5 minutes goes by, they're looking at us, they're like doing their thing, they must be doing a warrant check on my mate. 10 minutes goes by, 15 minutes goes by, bruh, his sirens coming from everywhere, like everywhere. And I said to my mate Jimmy, I said, bruh, it's about to fucking happen, bro. I'm going to jail, lad. What the fuck? Like, I'm going to jail, bro. They start fucking rocking in, bomb, 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 bomb. The street is covered and it's making noise, bro. Every car has a siren on, it's full making noise, right? Then the detectives get out of the car and they point the gun at me and say, get on the fucking ground. I said, bro, I'm not getting on the ground. It's fucking wet. I'm not getting on the ground. Go and get fucked. I've been sitting here for the last 20 minutes waiting for you to decide what you want to do. I'm not getting on the ground. Go and get fucked. And they're all like making a scene. They end up getting me on the ground. They handcuff me, throw me in a bull wagon, and they're all sitting around like, well done, great arrest, gentlemen, great arrest. I'm like, fucking bullshit, great arrest. Like, what the fuck? Do you know who you've just captured? You've captured the fucking escapee. Well done, well done. They arrest my mate as well. They charge him for harbouring escapee, driving while suspended, and he gets taken to the police station with me, right? Now, he gets bail refused till the next morning. Like, they raid his house. Because I'm caught with him, they raid his house. Well, when they raid his house, there's a stolen car there. It's on bricks, right? It's an Audi. It was stolen 4 or 5 months ago. And, like I said, my mate's doing bizzo. He's got some plants growing there, right? So when they raid the house, they find the stolen Audi and they find the plants. Well, when we're at the police station, they ask him, like, oi, what the fuck's with the car and the fucking plants and that? Well, I put my hand up to the car and the plants, and the police are like, it's not your car. It's not your car. That car was stolen 6-7 months before you escaped. That's not your car. I said, mate, I bought the fucking car there. Like, what, just because it was stolen before I escaped, what, do you think I don't have a way of finding a mate that's going to give me a stolen vehicle? I bought the car there, I put it up on bricks, and I sold the wheels. Like, so what? Who gives a fuck? You know I didn't do, like, anything else. I'm in the possession of a stolen car. Like, so fucking what? Like, who cares? Trying to help him, you know, because he's now fucking been charged with me. I feel bad. I take the plant charges, the car. Anyways, he gets bail the next morning. Obviously, I don't get bail, right? I'm sitting in the cells at Parramatta. Anyways, everybody's been there 10 days, bro. Like, they've been there 10 days and they're all sweating to get out of the cells. Well, I'm in a cell on my own, right? And I'm laying down and this big islander comes up and says, who's fucking inmate car? And I'm laying down and said, yeah, I'm fucking inmate car. Why? Get the fuck up and get to the corner of the cell, on your hands and knees, forward against the wall, interlock your fucking fingers behind the back of your head and cross your ankles. I said, I'm not putting my head against the wall so you can fucking kick it. No way. Like, come with the right attitude, because officers do that. That's little techniques they use to, like, smash your heads into walls and that. They tell you to put your head against the wall, and then when they grab you, they, like, drop shoulders into you and do all these little shifty movements so you split your head open, because they tell you to push your head your forehead against the wall and interlock your hands, like, behind like that, and then cross your ankles like that, but put your forehead against the wall, you know what I mean? And so your legs are like that, your hands are like that, and your forehead's against the wall. I said, I'm not doing that. No way. No way, I'm not fucking doing that. They said, mate, get the fuck on the ground, rah. So I interlock my hands, I cross my ankles, but everybody else is like, what the fuck's going on? Like, is that escort? Is that escort? Is that escort? They said, it's escort, mate. Yes, it's escort. And they said, what the fuck's going on with us? Why aren't we going? And the big islander said, mate, this is one escort you don't want to be on. This is one escort you don't want to be on. Now relax. And I'm like, fuck, bruh. What? So it was EHS escort. If you don't know what EHS is, it's extreme high security, and they have a transport unit that take you from jail to jail, court to court, in shackles and an orange overall. You've seen it many times with Bassem Hamzy and the terrorists and all these other people that are on the news in orange overalls jumping out of four-wheel drives. Actually, I'll show you what it is. I'll see if I can find it. Why isn't it coming up, bro? What is happening? I don't know, bro. I don't know why it's not coming up, eh? Honestly, don't know why it's not coming up, bro. Fucking hell. Nah, are you serious, bro? Are you fucking serious? Bro. Nah, fucking hell. Oh, you fucking kidding me, bro? Are you fucking serious, bro? Now I fucked it. I don't know what I've done now, but anyways, it is what it is. What is happening, bro? Why won't it come up? And why can't I get rid of it? Like, fuck this, bro. Oh, what have I fucking done here? Here. Now listen. This is how it's going to work. I'm going to get it now. Alright. There. Bruh, I can't find it, so fuck it off, right? Well, it's orange escort, it's orange overalls in a four-wheel drive. Right, so they now move me from the Parramatta cells to the jail, right? Now, I'm going back to the jail that I've taken off from. So I get met there with hatred and animosity, right? Now, when I get back to the jail, the screw that let me out has been suspended, right? And he's got 6 kids apparently. So the Islander officers tell me, because he was an Islander, right? So he's got 6 kids. Well, when I go to the jail, they put me straight in Segro. I'm on EHS, extreme high security, and I go straight to Segro, right? Well, the first night I go to Segro, they bash the living piss out of me. They fuck me up, bro. And they start to use mental torture on me. I know it sounds crazy, But the first night at 3 in the morning, like, so I get there, I go to court, I get bail refused, the squad pick me up, they take me to the jail. And then about 2:33 in the morning, I get bashed, right? They come in the front and back doors, and they fuck around with the front door, they come through the back door, they bash me, right? The clinic come, they slide Panadol under my door, so they all knew what was about to happen, right? I don't buzz up enough and they come and slide Panadol under my door, right? They bash me, fair enough, all good, whatever. The next night, they come and they wet my whole cell. They wet my pillow, they wet my doona, they wet my cell with fire hoses, like full wet it. I can't lay down on my bed, I got no clothes, I got nothing. I have to stand up. I got nothing to dry myself with. They wet my towel. They wet my blanket. They do everything. I can't even lay down. So they full torture me to a point where an officer says this is bullshit and he shouldn't have to cop this anymore, right? And ICAC want to come and see me because ICAC get involved because it's called Independent Corruption Against Crime. They believe the way I walked out is impossible. They just think that it doesn't fit properly because they made the story up of me jumping fences to cover themselves not doing their job. So they're like, why would you make up a story and tell them that they scaled 3 fences when they didn't if it wasn't an honest mistake? And you are investigating it yourselves before you let us know because you think that it's possible that this officer had been persuaded. Now, I've told you stories before about corruption and officers helping inmates. There's a jail escapee twice where governors have helped inmates escape for massive amounts of money. Ian Saxon is one of them. I spoke on him, right? George Savas is one. Michaela Reeves with all the gifts. You're a legend. Michaela Reeves is one of them. George Savas is one of them, and Ian Saxon is one of them, right? So it has happened in the past where inmates have been taken from jails with the help of officers. So ICAC come and investigated how I escaped. Well, I didn't make it any easier for ICAC, right? When they come and see me and they pulled me out, well, the squad stayed with me, right? And I'm in a room with ICAC, like these people in suits with big, like, folders wanting to ask me questions. And I said, listen, I'm not talking to none of this. Like, I'm still in jail. Anything I do say will get me killed. I'm not saying nothing. And they're saying, what are you saying? I said, I'm saying nothing. I'm saying you read in between the lines and you do your job. I'm not telling you nothing because whatever I say, there's officers here. I'll get killed. Simple. You know that these people make us go missing. No one knows where I am right now. I'll end up in a hole somewhere and it's done with, you know. And it's like, what do you fucking say? So, mate, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying I'm not saying anything because I'll get killed. Simple. You read into it any way you want to read into it. You believe what you want to believe, and you work it out. Like, that's it. And the officer stood there purposely to, like, you know, so I couldn't say, yeah, they fucking made me, because I would have. said, yeah, what do you mean, mate? I fucking give you money, you let me out, mate. It's fucking what? No way. So I end up getting arrested. ICAC come and see us. I end up going to court, right? And this is what's the best about the escape. So, you know, when you get arrested, you get backdated, right? You get backdated from the day of the offence or the day of the arrest. So if you get arrested the day you do the offence, that's the day you get backdated to. So even if you get a sentence 18 months later, you get that 18 months, right? So I got arrested, and then obviously the crime happened like 2 months beforehand or whatever, 2.5 months beforehand. It takes me almost 7 months to go to court, right? And I plead guilty straight away because I'm already doing jail. I'm waiting for a sentence, so I plead guilty for the escape, right? When we go to court, they charge me for the van as well. Remember how the bloke had watched the news, come back, said it was them? The judge said, I'm not copping that. The day of the escape, right after it, the van gets stolen. He has no recollection of who it was. He admits to going home and watching the Channel 9 news, seeing a photo of this person, and then going back and making a statement saying it was them. that's not good enough for me, so I'm dismissing all that. I'm dismissing that, right? Now for the escape, Mr. Carr. How's 6 months sound? And I'm like, yeah, sweet. All right, cool. He said, I'm going to send you to 6 months, backdated to the day, right? I'm like, what? Backdated? How do you backdate an escape? I'm not saying nothing, bro. Like, my solicitor's looking at me like, fucking saying us. I'm not saying anything. Backdates it, I go. I get 6 months, bro. I don't do any extra jail at all, because what should have happened was you get your street time, which is two and a half, say almost 3 months. You get your 6 months, which makes it 9 months. And the day of your sentence expiring, you get that added on. Do you know what I mean? So you do all your jail, and then the day that you should have been eligible for parole and you should have been released, your 9 months would start from then. It didn't work like that. He backdated me to the date of the arrest, and it took me 7 months to get to court. He gave me 6 months. So I'm already a month over my sentence. So I got a free escape. But I did end up with an E-Classo, and that's why I was held in Maxo forever. And this is how I become involved in all the race wars, all the Segro after this. So in other ways, I was punished for the escape, pretty much not with jail, but with race wars, stabbings, and Segros for that. Because probably if I wasn't, who would have known what would have happened? I could have got a C-Classo, I could have done my jail a whole lot differently. But because I was an E, I stayed in maximum security forever and participated in jail. And yeah, but the old escape story, I fucking like the old escape artist. But I was there when John Killick escaped, and I've got John Killick coming on my YouTube channel. So if you want to hear that story, that's a story. Wait, Barra, that's a story that you don't want to miss, because Johnny Killick is a mate of ours. And wait, big music, thank you very much. That's crazy, bro. Wait, when I done it, it was crazy. When I done it, it was crazy, bro. Like, it was actually. Wait, thank you very much, Matty. Wait, catch me outside. Doomsday 1010. Just imagine the whole thing, madness. Yeah, bro, it was crazy. Yeah, the story was mad. Wait, Milton, you're a legend, bro. But yeah, it was a crazy lifestyle, bro. Could be. Sorry, mate. Did you run with the couriers from Bankstown in jail? Oh, yeah, I did with Unknown Rider. I ran with one courier from Bankstown by the name of Wayne Holton. Yeah. Yeah, Sam, listen. That's a good question, Sam. So they do, but you need to put an application in to have your E-Classo removed, and then your behaviour also must be in accordance to what they think is reasonable behaviour. My behaviour was never reasonable, so that's why I had my E right up until 2023. So I was at first like almost 18 years, 17 years. I done Maxo security, yeah, which is fine. I don't mind, bro. Like, that's cool, you know. Wait, thank you, verified, bro. Oh yeah, I know heaps of boys from you know Nate, bro. He's Corey. Oh, I know a couple of Nates, bro. I know a couple of Nates, like Nate Ty. I know a couple of them, bro. Robert Corey, I know. Want to make me a Robin Bank now? Yeah. Bro, that's what I do. Oi, Jade Girl 98, how are we? Nigel Carr. I am a Carr, bro. That's my last name. Nigel, Steve, Dre, John. Bruh, so Jared Hayne, listen. Jared Hayne went to Cooma and then C-Classo jails. He was at Windsor and then Mary Wade. Jared Hayne got stood over in jail for $700,000. Yeah, Brad's my first cousin. Corey, yeah. They're all my first cousins, yeah. Oh, Billy P, I love having you here, bro. I love having you here. I appreciate you being here. Bruh, yeah. Yeah, bro, it was crazy. Crazy. When I watched that, yeah, 100% Duke, yeah. Sorry, Haddock. Tell us down about Uncle Malat. Ivan, bruh, like, I met Ivan on a number of times down in Supermax. I was down there, Mobtana, me, we were next door to each other, me and Mobtana. Ivan Malat was in between us. Bro, so 700K, he got stamped for 700K, yeah, true story, right? So he got stamped for 700K in Bitcoin, yeah, in crypto. And, yeah, they got it. Corey Haddock. Yeah, bro, fuck. Yeah. Nah, Corey Haddock, I'm not sure, bro. I'm not sure if I know that name. Yeah, I used to live in Eagleville, right near my name. No way, yeah. What was he like, Ivan? Bruh, listen, I tell you, when I shook Ivan's hand, I knew he did it. Straight facts, bruh. When I shook Ivan Malat's hand, I knew he did what they said he did. The strength that he had in his hand was amazing. Because I always used to struggle with how can one person control two people and have his way with these two people. Not really, but Slim Mahaja was there at Silverwater. He went, but they tried to stamp him. Then he went to protection. See, listen, I'll tell you something about Slim Mahaja and people like that. When they come to jail, they do not come where we are. Like, people try to get them there for that reason because they're money, but the officers will not put them down in a maximum security cell or wing because, he was. Yeah, 100%, Bill. That's where he went. He will not come to where we are because they know that he is a cash cow and people will kidnap him in jail. I know that sounds stupid, but they'll jump on the phone and they'll hold him for ransom whilst he rings up, and they will tell you every bad thing that's going to happen to him if you don't put money into the account. I watched it happen to Ian Saxon. I've watched it happen to many of people that come to jail, like even Rene Rifkin, when he went to Old Silverwater and he killed himself because he was doing weekends, they were stamping him on weekends. Anyone that has money in prison and it's known about that, say example for this, right? Say right now, I get arrested for a big import. Just say, right? This is all for education and entertainment purposes only. This is for the young people out there to tell you what you think you're doing on the outside doesn't reach people in custody is crazy, because if you get arrested and they say that you just got caught with $4 million worth of UGDRAs, right? $4 or $5 million worth of UGDRAs, and you're worth 2.4 million, mate, but you don't have that money, but it's in assets or it's in UGDRAs. Once you get to ALJ and someone's read that, that's all they read, bro. That's all they read. Then you rock up there and then they think about you and what they've just read. You're being kidnapped in ALJ, lad. What I mean by kidnapped in ALJ is you're being held ransom to your people through the ALJ phone, and they will tell your people outside what is about to happen to you if they don't pay. And that's it. Like, you either have two choices, and you either fight or you don't. 9 times out of 10, people don't. And when officers know that you have money, pay you 100%, Stevie. Boy, Adam, love you, bro. You're a legend, bro. Thank you very much. Steely 187, SJ, much love, my bro. Yeah, and if you don't, well, you get dealt with. 9 times out of 10, the officers don't even let you down into that part of the jail because they know what you're going to walk into. And you know what? Most of the people with money don't want to go down anyway because they know that it's danger. Boy, respect, brother. Thank you very much, bro. Much love. Enjoy your night. I'll see you tomorrow. Insufficient funds. Is that, yeah, Jared, he got swindled more than stood over, I think. I think he got swindled into buying property from ALJ, but robbed. Do you know what I mean? Like, so there was an Fijian Indian dude that was down in Cooma. I wasn't there. It was only stories that we've been told because jail talks, and apparently someone had told him that there was something to buy, but you need to buy it with Bitcoin, and he took the purchase, and it was 700,000. Yeah. Oi, listen, bruh. And Jail is a rich man. Astrid, thank you for joining. Thank you, Romeo. Thank you for joining. So he got swindled like that. He got swindled with 700K by a property developer or something like that, and went to sell him something, and it never existed, and they got the money. Yeah. Insufficient funds available. 100 verified villa. Oh, you're a legend, lad. Oh, so he got, bro. He got, yeah. And then he ended up beating it. Yeah. Unavailable here. Yeah, he's gonna. And then he ended up beating it after 3 years, bro. So now the judgment is up to you. Like, Oi, Grumpy Native with the inside ball again. Oi, Grumpy Native can throw the inside ball well. Or the cutout, the face ball. Oi, short ball. Yeah, short ball. Off the hip, cuz, off the hip, cuz. Robin, what is it like for a first timer without violent crime but no cruel boys? Good question, bro. Good question. What's it like for a first timer with violent crimes but no cruel boys? Listen, let me tell you something. Violent crimes or a non-violent crime, your very first time in jail will be the same. You're going straight to Silverwater or Park Lee. Your crime does not matter until you get sentenced, and then you get classoed. So we'll start with that. A first-time offender will always go to a maximum security prison. Yeah, Curry, 100%, because of Malk, yeah. But wait, there's good Nathans too. There's Brad, there's Ian, there's Brad, there's heaps of them. And having no crew behind you or no boys, 9 times out of 10, a lot of people go to jail that way. It's when you hit jail, you join a gang or you find your people. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's very, like, you can do jail. Listen, and I've always said this. There's 2 ways to do jail. Yeah, you do only at Goulburn. Only at Goulburn you go to a Koori unit. Anywhere else, you go to a unit, but there's always brothers there. What's it like going to jail for the first time? I'll tell you. Robin, did you do any homosexual activities? Did I do any homosexual activities? Like, seriously, bro? You took 15 seconds to write that? All right, bro. All right. Oh, wow. But, yeah, so going to jail for the first time, bro, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter if it's a violent crime or it's not. Yeah, and you'll be sweet, bro. You'll be sweet. Like I said, there's 2 ways to do jail. You either do jail or you participate in jail. I chose to participate in jail. And if you do jail, jail's not scary, bro. If you just do you know, like, you just train, you eat, you're polite, you're pleasant, you talk to people with respect, you mind your manners, you mind your business, like, you'll be sweet, bro. But I've always told people to go to jail for the first time, never do something for anybody that you wouldn't think they would do for you, even if it's a bit of paper. Like, if someone says to you, can you throw this paper in the bin for me? If you wouldn't think they would do that for you, say no. Like, if they say, it's only a bit of paper, I say, yeah, I know, it's only a bit of paper, bro. Well, good. Because you don't want people to be thinking that you could be used as a puppet or whatever. So if you don't think he will do that for you, don't do it for them. You know what I mean? Like, that's the simple way, bro. 100%. So if you're going to do something for somebody, always ask yourself, would that person do that for me? That's the facts. Yeah, Michaela, 100%, you know. Verified villain, you're a beast, bro. Keep that up, bro. That's hectic. Yeah, like, and then obviously you got your rules of prison, bro. You don't ask people what they're in for. You don't stare at people too long. You don't take what's not yours. And you just do you, bro. It's shame if you just do jail the guys that participate. just try to extort you every day. Nah, they don't, bro. Listen, extortion's not massive in prison. You're not going to get extorted. Like, there's all forms of extortion, bro. Like, there's all forms of extortion. Like, people get extorted for buyout. People get extorted for money. People get extorted for cells. It's cold as fuck. I've never been there, but that's cold cleanliness. So there is all forms of extortion, 100%. But people don't get extorted just because people wanted to extort, you know. That's a very rare event in prison, bro. Very rare event. There's more things that can happen to you other than extortion. Rules for a first-time inmate. Good question again. Ha. Good question, bro. It's the same for a 10th time inmate. The rules never change in prison. You go to jail, you understand that, a lot of young guys there, it's dangerous. The rules never change. First timer, 10th timer. Exactly, bro. Don't get involved in drugs. Don't get involved in the politics. Don't gamble. Don't borrow. Don't petty feed, 100%. Stick to the unwritten code and you'll be sweet. A friend of mine was bashed in Parkley Jail, a lot of young guys there. Yeah, bro, listen, and that can be dangerous. 100% a lover of, you're right, that's a perfect question, And you know what, I've seen, it depends how you carry yourself, Sharkbait, 100%, and that's perfectly said, Sharkbait. Same as any jail, even for a 15th timer. The way you carry yourself in prison is the way, 100% great, grumpy, 100%. We see it all the time. I've seen people get off a truck. Listen to this. This is the most common one that you see in prison. You'll be on a truck, right? Yeah, and walk on your own path. Yeah. Well, Stevie, fucking oath, bro. That's hectic. Well said, bro. Respect where you are and walk your own path. Well said. That sums prison up right there. If you want to know how to do prison, bro, straight facts. This is a comment to, if you want to know how to do prison, that sums it up in one sentence. Respect where you are and walk your own path. Hectic. That's hectic, bro. I'm just thinking about me being in prison now, and that's how you do it, bro. That's how you do it, 100%. Or Michaela. Or just don't do jail. Easy. How do you do jail? Just don't do it. True. What's the best way to do jail? Not at all. I'm going to answer like that from now on. Mashallah, keep up the good work. Huxley, I love you, bro. I love you. You're the best, lad. What the heck, bro? That's the best way to do jail, eh? Don't do the one. No, just don't do it, bro. What are you talking about? I'll tell you the best way to do jail, bro. Don't ever go. The most big fights with you, jail. Yeah. Listen, people do sometimes, bro. They'll be a lie if I said they didn't. People take their frustrations out on other people, like sometimes you've done nothing to Cassio, Blue Boss King. Sometimes people take their frustrations out on the weak. But they just don't walk around punching people, you know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't bite too much on a bite till you're settled in. Yeah. And you know what? Listen, when you get there, you just listen, jail is like going to a beach, bro. You got to look for the riptides, you look for safe areas to swim and test the water, bro. That's it. That's simple, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, respect the current, respect the riptide, test the waters and find a safe place to swim, bro, and you're sweet. And I promise you look at jail like a beach, you will actually, you'll be all right, bro. Yeah, Blue Boss, straight up, bro. Respect goes a long way, 100%. Sharks are there, and that's why I call it the beach, bro, 100%. There's sharks, there's things that bite you, there's things that kill you, there's things that will sting you, there's currents that will drag you deep, deep, deep out. But if you find that safe place to swim, bro, You'll have like just a cruisy time. You'll probably even enjoy it. I know that sounds stupid, but you'll probably even enjoy it, bro. And you'll probably get to every day at the end of the day thinking, bro, yeah, you won't drown. 100%, you won't drown. If you went to juvie, do you find it fun? Swim between the flags. Yeah, swim between the flags. I told you the story. I almost got done first day in. Yeah, 100%. That's right, Doomsy. Yeah, see, yeah, Doomsy, and that was because of a misunderstanding, but they happen regularly in prison too. Misunderstandings. Is jail best to keep to yourself? Yeah, listen, fairy floss queen. It is, but don't stay by yourself. No lifeguards there. Huck's exactly right, G. Exactly right, G. Nah. But yeah, jail is the best way to do it by yourself, but don't stay by yourself. Oh yeah, it's crazy, Curry girl. One poxy jail to visit someone. Yeah, bruh. It's crazy. Do you know? Aussie jail's easy. Aussie jail easy, not seeing family does your head in. That's it. Yeah, 100% Ali. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Dave kept to himself for 23 years. Yeah. Fuck, Dave, bro. But Dave was like a different stature of a man. Like, we're talking about like some proper gangster. Like, Dave had no issues in jail ever. Like, he was, like, Dave's legacy is outside and they just followed him to prison. Like, I'm not going to talk about Dave, but, never 100%. Like, his legacy was outside and people just knew who Dave was. So what was the longest whack you'd done? Just over 10. So I got pinched for an armed robbery and my co got charged with a murder. And so I done 10, then I done 5, and then I done 4.5. Yeah, so that's the longest, bro. And I done every day of it too. Every fucking day of it. It was fun. Not no more, nah. Yeah, I've been to Melbourne, Hucks. Yeah, I went to Melbourne. Did you do 10? Yeah, I done 10, yeah. That was my first lag, and yeah, 10. Just under 19 years, Brendan. I've done like 21 all up. The longest I've done in Segrave was almost 6 years, yeah. Yeah. So 6 years. How do you survive in jail? Keep busy. Brick straight up hectic, yeah, bruh. I know, crazy, right? What's your go-to feed after release? You know what I wanted to eat straight after release? Yeah, you don't want to know. What do you think you're doing? Just a good hamburger. You're a man. Oh, fuck me dead. Oh, right. Yeah, daddy. Yeah, daddy. Hey, Anarchy, what's happening, bro? Oh, fucking hell. Sorry. 6 years in one go. What the fuck is that? Yeah, 6 years. Rufus, what's happening, bro? Yeah, 6 years, so 5 years, 9 months. Dave's ladder key. Yeah, they had, bro. He had a dog, a bird, fucking ghetto blaster, fish tank. Like, he saw it was like a museum. Like, it's crazy some of the people that they get in there, but that's all changed now. Yeah, that's all changed. Yeah, and they have them programs too now. Yeah, Butte shared the live. That's Shader Butte. Wait, that's what killed the jail right there. Is Segro torture? Yeah, Segro was torture. Yeah, listen. So I like. How can I say it? Segro is mentally draining. It's a form of punishment that should be Oh, no way. Oh, that's crazy. To be locked up with him overnight, that's crazy. It's a form of, hey, what's happening, Shil? Yeah, hey, that's the talent I learnt in prison. Oh, fucking hell. But, yeah, it's end up Lithgow, non-Aboriginal, destroyed, or just be... No, you'll be respected, bro. You'll be sweet. Listen, don't get twisted that if you're not a Lebanese or if you're not an Aboriginal or if you're not an Islander, had to be smuggled out by the buy-up lady. Never give up, no way. Doomsy, Shane, lad. No, you're sweet, bro. Don't ever sweat about stuff like that, bro. Listen, do not think about what could happen. That's all I can say. If you're going to prison, yeah, I reckon. Oh, chill on SA, lad. I reckon you would be never give it up. Butte, best shame, my brah. Thank you. Do not ever spin out on what might happen in prison. Don't ever worry about it, bro, because the list is long. Just take every day for that day and achieve that day, bro. That's it. You know what I mean? Just achieve that day, and then every day will get easier. You'll find a routine, and then you'll just start to forget you're doing jail. Simple. And it's that simple. Jail isn't that complicated, bro. I'll tell you what makes jail complicated. Everything else that you allow into it once you're there. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've seen people go through jail in different jails, not even realise they've been there for as long as they've been there. All they do is train, read a book, eat, and do laps. And, bruh, like, they have never had a fight. Like, they've never been to Segro. They've never had a jail charge. Like, they just do jail. Like, they just do jail. If you train and you're respectful and so you're sweet. Yeah. S.A. Beauty, thank you. Oi, bruh, thank you, my man. I appreciate you, Boot. Oi, Militant, I need your help, Militant. I need to achieve my life goal. It's a $6,000 coin drop. Can you represent 2030s? Can he do it? I always put my mate on the spot like this. I always put my mate on the spot. Oi, Butte, thank you, bro. Yeah, so don't stress jail, bro. Jail has enough people worrying about it. You don't need to do that. Just get in there, put your head down, not your bum up or anything. Nah, that's a joke, bro. That never happens either. You'll be Eatswa, I promise you. I promise you, bro. You'll be sweet. Layla, thank you for joining. I hope everything's good for you and your family right now. Johnny Smith and Alara, thank you for coming. Yeah, so I was locked up for 4 days and fuck me up. I'm off next week. Any advice? Bro, seriously? Oi, Butte, thank you, bro. RJ Piece 8, yeah, 100% user, yeah. Oi, Brenda, I'm on quadruple berry, my bro. I'm on quadruple berry, and yeah, I only rock that or blueberry blast. I love it. It's like, I love it. They're the only two flavours I like. So if you're rocking with quadruple berry, you're eats far. Yeah. But yeah, no, jail sweat ever make a fifi? No, I had a psych, bro. I had a psych and a welfare officer. Art teacher too. Yeah, lad. I'm going to start making him in green. Yeah, down on bucket up, yeah. Yeah, bro, so no need, no. Buddy Dips 101. That's shaped, bro. You can. That's $10 a cigarette. Like, they were selling 25 grammers for $2,500. That's what they were selling 25 grammers in there for. Yeah, you did. Little miss. 5 for 100. Is it 5 for 100 now? There you go. So same prices as out here. Verified Miller. Yeah, bro. You're the fucking funniest. 100%, eh? They're that deep now, eh? Bro, I don't know why you don't get on the 8 phase, lad. It's only $25. Oh, I'm good, little Miss Tanya. How are you? Unless you get double happiness, yeah, for $10, yeah. Oh, I love it. Clean, no smoke, no drug, do head down. That's it, bruh. Yeah, yeah, bruh, 100%. Dr. Catford, yeah, don't, yeah. How do you pay for it? You got to get people outside to do it. Oi, Cheddar, what's happening? Lithgow, bruh. Yeah, I was there too at Lithgow, bro. I've done heaps of jail at Lithgow, bro. Yeah. Yeah, good. Yeah. So yeah. It's been good, bro. We had a bit of I went through the escape story. Yeah, now we're just chilling. I'm just trying to get to A League. I'm just waiting for Militant to drop the $6,000 coin gift to push me to A League. My cousin Kaz looking after the back market for us. Yeah, Ali, I bet. I bet. I bet. Or inbox me, give me a spear there. But wait, you know what you know what I'm going to do tomorrow? I'm going to talk about the different the different lingos in jail. Like, like the jail lingo, the jail slang, what it equals, what it represents, and how it differs from state to state. Yeah, I had a fight with Pasquale Barbaro in jail. I knocked Pasquale Barbaro out. Couple there, cars. Yeah. I wasn't too bad. I wasn't there too long, but I almost had a fight the first Billy P. That'd be hectic. I almost had a fight on my way to the submarine because they said when you get to the submarine, you can fill out a menu and go and get food. And I've been to Surrey Hills, and in Surrey Hills, it's nothing like them. It's nothing like the Yellow Submarine in Melbourne. Like the map. And I almost got into a fight because I thought he was thinking I was an idiot and that I'd never done jail before. Oi, Sebastian, thank you for following the creator, which is me. Yeah, yeah, bro. Yeah, submarine memories. Yeah. I was like, what do you think I'm an ickhead, lad? Because I'm from New South, you think I'm not about it, lad? When we get off this truck, I'm going to break your face. And, bro, I was wrong. He had people come and drop me off shampoo. He had people come and drop me off clothes. It was like crazy, bro. Bro, I think talking about how my cellmate unalived himself. Yeah. You been to the map before or just in this? No, I was at the map. I've been to the map. It's different to Sydney, bro. Yeah. Listen, see how you got the map? The assessment prison? We call that up here Surrey Hills. Yeah, spewing. It's all about the swings and roundabouts. 100%, bro. Yeah, so we call that the map is the lowest. Bruh, Surrey Hills is the lowest too. Yeah, but Surrey Hills is lower than the map, bruh. The map is like, yeah, way better than Surrey Hills, bruh. You know what I mean? Like, far out. 2 basketball courts, bruh. Like, it's yuck. Surrey Hills? Yeah, true, bro. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, bro. Surrey Hills is underground. You don't see the day, you don't see the night. Map is 5-star, bro. You get whatever you want. Yeah. Yeah, bro. Is there more conflict in Sydney or Melbourne? Surrey Hills is worse, 100. Thank you, Bozo. Yeah. Do you get more conflict in Sydney or Melbourne? I think Sydney is way different on the conflict, but Melbourne has it, but Melbourne has more to do, bro. Listen, Melbourne's got prison right. You know what I mean? Melbourne has Friday night, you got the gym, you got boxers coming, you got swimming pools, you got post offices, you got actual events in Melbourne, you got Pilates, you've got all these kind of exercises and trainers coming in to benefit you. New South Wales doesn't have that, bro. Yeah, George. Oi, how putrid's that, bro? How putrid is it? Like, yeah, bro. I've done Surrey Hills like that too, bro, and it's yuck. Oh, what happened with me and Pasquale? So what happened was Pasquale just got pinched with $1 million, right? No sunlight, yeah, tram over the top. It's ugly, but not like Surrey Hills, bro. Like, Ali, you need to experience Surrey Hills, then compare them. Like, please. Please. MLK, Eshe. There is a shit on the fans. It's, yeah, bro. Fucking horrible, bro. Yeah, it's awful. It's awful. But Sydney's cooked, bruh. It is cooked, lad. I promise you. I would never tell you a lie. It's full cooked. But what happened with me and Pasquale Barbaro? Well, Pasquale just got pinched with $1 million in a blue WRX in Manly. And no mattress, no pillow, no nothing. 15 people to a 6-man cell. Yeah, bruh. Yuck. Right. Did you Cecil do time with him? Did you Cecil do time with him? I'm not sure what you mean, buddy dip. Sorry, bro. You'll have to rewrite that again. Yeah, so he thought he was a bit of a trump, and this is where people get confused with. Thank you, Jackie boy, for the follow. This is where people get 4 mattresses everywhere coming down from the gear. Yuck. Yeah, Georgie. Yeah, Georgie. Isn't that horrible, bro? Dry reaching, farting, spewing, shitting, pissing, not sleeping. Oh, yuck. Yeah. I think I'm getting a bit of a runny nose, yeah. I think I'm getting a bit of a runny nose. Oh, you had your own, yeah. Did you do time with Cecil and Clarence? No, I don't think so, bro. Never again, George. No, same as me, bro. But yeah, so with Pasquale, he come to jail thinking he was about it because his family in Melbourne are big, and he thought that he just could come into the Sydney scene and be a gangster. And I didn't vibe him, and I do know Jay Stanley. I didn't vibe him. Yeah, sorry hills. Yeah, that's what they call it, bro. This and that. How are we? I didn't vibe him, and I took a disliking to him, and he promised me something, and he didn't come through with it. He went to the gym. I snuck out from my yard to go to the gym. He was doing hyperextensions. If you don't know what hyperextensions are, it's when you cross your arms and you're doing the lower part of your back. So you go down and up. As he come down, I walked up and went bang, kicked him straight in the face and put him to sleep. I shouldn't laugh. But yeah, I'm from Mount Druitt, so we're all going to, oh yeah, Amber Laurel, yeah. Amber Laurel, that's, shouldn't laugh, but haven't that. Yeah, bro. I was like, you're going to sleep, bro. And there's no rules. Bro. You know what I mean? You knew I was coming for you. We had words between the fence. You know what I mean? Like, and I said, wait till I get you then, bro. Wait till I get you. See what happens. I went to the clinic. They went to the Oval. I snuck in with the boys. He was already at the gym because he rushed to get to the gym first because he thought he was that important that he got first pick of what exercise he wanted to do that day. So he rushed to the gym. He wanted to do his hyperextensions. I come around and thank you, little Miss Tanya. And I just went bang. I did meet Bassam. Yeah, I met Bassam in Supermax. What did I think of him? I didn't really have an opinion of him, bro. I was in the STG and the Supermax. I didn't really communicate with him that much, you know, but yeah, he's doing his thing, you know, like he's got hard prison, bro. Bassam Hamsey has hard prison. He can't ever sleeping exercise. Yeah, he can never leave there, bro. Bassam Hamsey will never leave Supermax. He just can't. He can't. Been to Wello, yes, I have cards. Yeah, bro, 100%. Oh yeah, Hassan Shaheen, I sure do, bro. Yeah. Mick Canaan, yeah, I do know Mick Canaan. Me and Mick Canaan had dramas. Mick Canaan, who runs Wello? The brothers, bro. The brothers run Wello, yeah. The brothers run Wello, bro, for sure. There's just too many of them, you know, like, and it's sad, bro, because we're a minority outside, but a minority inside. Yeah, he does, Hux. He has a release date, yeah. He does have a release date. But, Canaan's never getting out, bro. Mick Canaan's doing life. Mick Canaan will never be released, bro. And, yeah, the red dirt, bro. Listen, I was there 2009 when the red dirt come through from wherever it come from, and it was the most eeriest feeling ever. To see Wellington, it was freaky, bro. It was crazy. It was just all red. It felt like doomsday. Yeah. Life without parole, bro. Yeah. Oh, it's putrid. And the snakes. Oh, bro. What are the lifers like? Bro, the lifers are the ones that are the most relaxed. Like, they've come to terms with, I'm not getting out. And you know what? Like, a lot of lifers are, like, already of age now, and they've already led their life through jail. Yeah, I've watched, yeah. And they're at that, like, they're relaxed, bro. Like, they just know the only one that's still active and that is still causing a ruckus in prison is Vesta Fernando. But he got life at a very, very young age, bro. You must remember, he got life in his 20s. Like, let that sit in, bro. He got life. Duncan Lamb, Duncan Lamb. He's old school now, bro. He got life in his 20s, bro. Like, he's 50 now. He's got another 30 to go, easy, before he passes. Do you know what I mean? Like, 60 plus years, bro. Like, yeah, and that's just Vesta. Like, and everybody asks me this question, right? I have this question so much, right? Why don't people deal with Vesta? Why don't people send Vesta? Why don't people do this to Vesta? Why don't people do this to Vesta? I'll tell you why. Because if you want to deal with Vesta, you've got to be prepared to deal with Vesta. Yeah, he was, yeah. And if you're unsure of what I mean, you see how Vesta treated DC. I'm not sure. He's respected, but, like, he's respected because he's about it, bro. Like, he will put a hole in you, and he will happily try to take your iFlay. Simple. He doesn't muck around. Like, this is what I like when people say, why didn't people do this? Why didn't people do that? I have seen Vesta confront people and say, I know you don't want me in the wing. If you don't want me in the wing, if you don't want me in the wing, remove me from the wing. Vesta's in Supermax now, yeah. And, like, they're just like, you know what? I'm not prepared to take it as far as he is because he's never going home and I've got a release date. So you know what? I just won't talk to the bloke. He can do his goal, I'll do mine. And 9 times out of 10, that's what happens. That's why no one deals with Vesta, because they just know that he's more capable of doing what you want to be doing to him, to you, and he's got nothing to lose. He got 18 years concurrent for murdering his own cousin. 18 years concurrent with a life lagger. He's got nothing to lose. So why would he be worried if you didn't want him in the wing? Because he knows that he can do whatever he wants and he would go to Supermax for 10 years and he'll come back out. He's already done 12, 15 years in Supermax. That doesn't bother him, bro. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, no, you don't. No, listen. Like, do you know Bev? Which Bev? Yeah, straight up, bro. He's just, Afterpay king. Don't go after paying any of my gifts, Mako. Oh, no, you can, because I get the gift and you have to pay them. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, like, is he 28? Or Vesta? Bro, he's like 28 years deep, yeah. Yeah, I blocked Troy 600, 100%. This and after King. Love you, bro. Camilo Roy Eshe, bro. Yeah, so he's like, everybody's always asked, why haven't people done this to Vesta? And the straight fact is, bro, he's about it, and he will. Yeah, he's 28 years deep, bro. Fuck, that's crazy, eh? That's crazy, bro. Like, and he's got another 28, 30 to go, bro. Easily. That's what spins me out, bro. Like, he got life very, very young. Very, very young. Like, to get life at any stage of life will be hard, but he got life very, very young, and he was through all the hard yards of jail. You know, does he run BH2? Nah, he doesn't. Nah, he doesn't. So he'll never get parole. No, he won't. He'll never get parole, bro. He went to jail for grape and for the rest of your life, Beck. That's how long life is until you pass on. No, I don't. This and that. No, I don't, bro. Yeah, so that's what it is now. Life is the true meaning of life. It's called truth in sentencing. So back in the day, it's not anymore, Composure. No, it's not. So back in the day, life would range from 12 and a half to 25 years. And then you'll be released on a thing called a license. Now, a license is a version of parole. I did, yeah. Grape and murder. So now, yeah, I did, Camilla. Yeah, I did. That's Akfade, eh? So now truth in sentencing was passed. The truth in sentencing means if you are sentenced to life, you are to do your true natural life. Yeah, that's it, bro. You have to do your true natural life. So truth in sentencing is if you've got life now, you are doing the rest of your life. You'll never walk free again. You'll never ever sit on a beach. And listen, chat. Listen. Let's think about this, right? He was not at first, but he did come out. Yeah. Listen. Like, think about this, right? You will never sit on a beach again. You will never go to a drive-through. You'll never have another cinema. You'll never have the smell of another girl. You'll never experience what love feels like again. You'll never experience hot chips. You'll never experience an orange. You'll never experience anything other than prison. Like, sit with that, bro. Sit with that. Like, everything that we get up and think's mundane and like, I don't want to do it. Like, he would love to be doing this right now. You know, and give him the key, yeah, bro. Yeah, a judge could, only at sentencing, yeah. Yeah, 100% user, yeah. That's scary, bro. That's arc fade. Yeah, it is, bro. It's arc fade. It's like, and you know what now? Like, I sit back and I think, bro, never to experience love again, or the touch of a woman, or the smell of a woman, or like eat an orange, or, you know, like sit on the beach and have a Chico roll and hot chips and a hamburger, or anything that normal people do. Do you know what I mean? Do you have government pleasure? Yeah, we do, bro. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do, bro. Appreciate being free. Listen, I'll tell you something. And I've had this story told to me many years ago. You had me a Chico roll. Yeah, spring roll, Chico roll, lad. What? Wait, but listen. This old criminal, yeah, makes you think, hey, yeah, 100%. So this old Crim said to me one day, right? He said, listen, I want you to listen to what I'm about to say to you, and I want you to have this sink. He said, I've taken a liking to you, right? I actually like you, and I don't want you to waste your life in prison because you're actually a good kid, right? And this is what he said to me when I was like 20 or 22 or something, right? He said, now take this in and run with this, right? And remember it for the rest of your life. And I said, what is it? I have been assessed now. He said, listen, don't sit in a jail cell with everything because that's as good as it gets. And I said, what do you mean? He said, well, you've got a TV, you've got a doona, you've got a fan, you've got a jug, you've got all the green clothes, you've got all your buy-ups, but that is as good as it gets. It never gets any better for you right now. You are at your pinnacle. So you have nothing else to look forward to. Get outside. If you're having a bad day and you're a bum and you are sitting on a beach with a hole in your pocket with only $1, at least tomorrow can get better. And is it really that bad today? And I was like, oh, wow. Oh, wow. Like, seriously, that's fucking crazy. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, bro, I vibe it. I vibe it hectic. Like, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, how deep? Yeah, like, is that crazy? And that's why I've always, yeah, it's crazy, bro. And I've always had that in my mind now. Like, bro, I can sit in a jail cell and have nothing to look forward to but be at my pinnacle. And that's as good as it gets for me. Nothing will ever change. It's all downhill. every day is a possibility of being downhill, where I can sit outside on a beach with a hole in my pocket, have $1 and think, bro, tomorrow can be better, but how bad's today? Like, I'm at the beach, I got $1 on me, and I'm at the beach. Like, how bad is today really? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, bro, a bad day out here is a fucking better day than in there. Do you know Wayne Holton? Yeah, I do. I do know Wayne Holton, Tyrell, yeah, from Bankstown, Kempsey, yeah. Yeah, so I've always maintained that I've held that thought to my brain. And I also held the thought that Triggs' mum, because Triggs' mum used to visit me when we were at Kempsey. Yeah, bro, don't worry about doing this shit on. Yeah, either. Nah, do that when doors are open, bro. Right, but Triggs' mum, she come to visit me at Kempsey, right? And she said to me, listen, Todd, if you hang with a fisherman, you only eat when the fisherman does. If you learn how to fish, you can eat whenever you want. Don't be a follower, be a leader, learn how to fish and live on your own merit. You know what I mean? Like, don't run with people, don't depend on other people. Do you know? So, yeah, it's crazy, eh? No, I don't know Christian Stokey, bro. That's it, yeah, 100%. And they're a Bible family, bro. Exactly right, user. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's a Bible story, 100%, yeah. But they're all about they're very religious, you know? So, yeah. And she used to visit me when we were at Kempsey because smart lady, bro, very much so. Yeah, don't fish in his pond. Yeah, Bill 450, yeah. Yeah, exactly, bro. Yeah, that's a wise saying too, bro. Christian, yeah. Yeah, they're Christian, yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I did. Daz Hookie's finge is always down like that, stuck to his forehead. If you know Daz Hookie, John Gotti, he'll have baby oil on his fringe, like that, and you'll have that little blonde streak there, and it'll be all shaved. Dazza. Daz, I love you, Daz. I do know Dane Sims, yeah, very well, bro. Yeah, the Porsche kid, I do know the Porsche kid, yeah. Yeah. Oh, but there's a couple of Porsche kids too, but so it depends. I don't want to say a name on here, but I do know a couple of people named the Porsche kid, yeah. But wait, chat. I don't think we're getting A-League again. Ann and Link, yeah, and Keith. And I do know Russell Mansell. Yeah, yes, I do know Psycho, yeah. Yeah, the fringe was off. Yeah, John, you know. Johnny. Johnny. I was looking for your message just then, bro. I was waiting for you to come up with all laughter, but I was waiting for you just both, Beck. Both. ROBIN210 and Kari, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I wasn't, bro. I wasn't. But I was 2 out with Spaniard at Nowra. No, I didn't, bro. Yeah. I didn't, nah. I've never seen him again, bro. So the bloke that told me after the escape, I never bumped him. But he had an NA on me. But I bumped heaps of people from Crim. Militant's back. He's going to do the live goal. 2036. Everybody in the chat, put 100 in there for my big bra Militant. If you haven't listened to his songs, go and download them. You know what he's about. We're Militant, my bra. We're part of the Teddy gang over here. Let's Hoge. Yeah, that's my brother. Dean's my bra. Yeah, Duke. S.A. lad, thank you. I do know Devo and Scones. Who said that? Doomsy, S.A. bro. Yeah, Tyrell, I do know Devo and Scones, bro. I know him well. 2-man cell, yeah. No, you have 2 mans and 1 out. Yeah, Dean's alright. Yeah, he's alright, Dean, yeah. Yeah, good night, Robin. Oi, Matty. Oi. Thank you, Matty. Yeah, they were, Tyrell. Oi, Matty, thank you for coming through. You never miss a night. I love ya. Come back tomorrow. We ain't a gang. We're a family. Good night, Matty. Johnny Smith. Bro, Johnny Smith? Johnny Smith? Bro, I know John from... Is his name John Smith? He's from Newcastle, but he was the Ealer Day. Nah. Did you play Wombats in Jar? No, I don't even know what that is. What is that? What's wombats? I don't even know that, bruh. Looks like militant's not doing it. Far out. Teddy gang, where are we? Militant. Yeah, I've never heard of that, eh? Yeah, much love. Oi, Huxy. Catch you tomorrow, bro. Yeah, I have got stories on Russell Fisher. Oh, bro, I've had heaps. I'm one out. Oi, Huxy, I love you, bro. Thank you for coming through here, lad. You're a legend. We ain't a gang, we're a family, bro. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Did Spanish used to ask all the boys to try and stab him? Nah, not when I was there, Brendan, nah. But Spaniard and I was 2 out, and we got tipped because Spaniard put it on a female screw. Oi, no way, never give up. Well, that suits me. That's hectic. Thank you. Always, every night. Love you. Oi, love you, Matty. Thank you. When did you first run into Pato in jail? When I was in Segro. When I was in Segro, I met Pato, yeah. Composure, king, never give up. Watch the... Yeah, it's funny. No, yeah, all right. Never give up. Watch the J Lex podcast. It's funny. All right, sweet. Paddock, yeah. Oh, he tried to finesse a screw, and the squad got onto it, and they tipped us. They smashed our cell apart and tipped us. Yeah, Pato, yeah. On 20s, Eshay, lad, how are we, bro? Yeah. So that was at Nowra, and then I ended up going to Segro over Django O'Hara. Yeah, sounds very familiar. Yeah. We call it the Spaniard. He's a man. Yeah, I am on 20s. Hope you are too. Beck with the ball on 20s. Eshay, thank you very much. Oi, chat. He's been amazing tonight. Spaniard is half Spanish and half something else. Yeah, that's why he's called Spaniard. But yeah, he's been amazing tonight. Looks like we're Pato is Australian. Yeah, Hemo from the GC. Eshay, lad. Oi, lover, night, bro. Have a good night. Does that happen much with guys? Yeah, all the time, Beck. Happens always. Always. It's always. Yeah, happens. Always, Beck. More than you hear of. Believe me, more than you hear of. There'll be probably someone doing it now. Right now. Doomsy 1010's a legend. Chef Kiss, thank you very much. Didn't complete the Go Popular mission. What is the Go Popular mission? What is it? Yeah, I do. I know Paddy Fisher, bro. Yeah, I was outside when he passed. I was in the area too. Andrew Carr's my first cousin, yeah. He's out now. I talked to him on Facebook. I don't know if he's still out, actually, because I haven't spoken to him for a while. But, chat, thank you for trying to push tonight again to A-League. Again, I don't know what we have to do. Yeah, he's out. I spoke to him about 2 months ago. He's living in Leichhardt or something, or Canterbury. But, chat, I just don't know what we have to do to get the A-League. Never give up. Thank you for the football. So tomorrow we'll come back and we'll try again. No, I didn't. I never met Ned Kelly at all. Thank you, never give up. You're a legend with all them gifts. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, Roscoe's he's a mad, bro. He's fast, bro. Roscoe's fast, lad. Raw Inside. Listen, Raw Inside. Come back tomorrow. Screen record. I got a story for you tomorrow, bro, that you will do amazing things with. I appreciate what you did with that snippet yesterday. That was amazing, bro. I love your work. You're welcome here anytime, bro. Keep doing you. I hope your page blows up. I hope I can help you blow it up with some snippets and some cuts from everything that you do on here. I appreciate you tagging me in it as well, bro. It shows respect, and I vibe that. So, yeah, Raw Inside, bro. You're welcome here anytime. I've got some good stories for you, so hang around, bro. I got 6 months for it, but I ran concurrent, so I got nothing for it, bro. But yeah, chat. Listen, I think it's time to call it a night. I'm going to get on tomorrow at 8:30, 9 o'clock, so I can push for 2 or 3 hours, and you can help me. Have a good one on 20s. I love you too, bro. You're a legend. You're all a legend. We ain't a gang in here. We're a family, the 210 family. If you want to be part of it later, or we push tomorrow, 100%. Nightback, Cassio, 100% we'll push tomorrow for sure. We'll do that for sure, bro. Huckster, you're a legend. Harvey Dent, you're a legend. Do I know Robert Carr? Fuck, I know that name, but I can't put a face to it. Night bloke, oi, little miss, thank you very much. Night to you all. Tomorrow we will push for A-League. Listen, chat. Let's get to A-League. Oi, Harvey, love you too, bro. Oi, thank you for the story tonight. Yeah, thank you for listening, Hux. I appreciate you. Everybody, good night from Harvey. Let's push tomorrow. Let's get to A-League by Sunday, chat. Let's see if we can get to A-League by Sunday. I do know Humdinger. I was very good mates with Humdinger. I'm still good mates with his girl now. Yeah, let's see if we can get to A-League by Sunday. I don't know what we have to do that. Oi, SPS 92. You sleeping all day? Nah, bro. I'll be up in the gym. I'll be at the gym by 7 or 8. And then I've got to work on my business, bro. That's why I want to get some sleep now. So I gotta get on early tomorrow. But China's 3 hours behind, so I do emails around 7, 8, 9, 10, because they're at 5, 6, and 7, yeah? Oi, yeah, good on you, Bill 450, you know, bro. I got to keep them up, get up, bro. Do some training, keep the mind healthy, keep the body healthy. But yeah, oi, listen, I do Willie Corwell, I do John, yeah, Willie, Lance, George, Bear, Westy. I know them all, bro. I'm from the city. I ran with them for a little bit. So listen, chat. Tomorrow we're gonna push as a chat, as a family. No way. That's crazy. 3.5. Yeah, I'll probably do like maybe 3, 4. Yeah, he's the best. Will, he's doing mad, bro. He's doing mad, and that's Humdinger's brother. So like they're all mad, bro. Their sister's mad, they're mad. Like they're all legends. As I was saying, let's push tomorrow. If you ain't tapping, is a lacking. If you ain't talking, is a stalking. If you're down, hang around. If not, what you're watching for, lad? If I wasn't ROBIN210, I'd probably be watching too. Less age, lad. We ain't a gang. We're a family. And tomorrow, the 210 family going for A-League, lad. Oi, Brandon, take care of yourself, bro. Good night. Thank you for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. SPS 92, you're a legend. What you're watching for? You hang up. You hang up. I love yous. You hang up. I'm not hanging up. Fucking what? You hang up. What? You want to say goodbye? You say goodbye. No, I love you. You say hello. Oh, I love you. Tomorrow, listen to what I'm saying, please, chat. A-League. I'm an A-League contestant, bro. I should be in the A-Leagues. Okay. Help me get to A-League. I want to see A-League next to my name. I think we deserve a chat. I honestly believe there's no better chat in TikTok right now than this chat. Beep, beep. Yes, move over 100%. And honestly believe that. Honestly believe we have the best chat in here. Like, it's always hyped. It's always fire. There's always laughs, banter. There's best stories on TikTok. Like, chat, we deserve to be in A-League. That's it. That's simple. We need to be there by Sunday, and we're going to get it as a family. Until then, 0. Yeah, my man. Until then, oi, stay you. Never switch up for anybody, because you are worth it, and yous are beautiful, and yous are capable. Stay true to yourself. Let's Oj, and tomorrow or today, like this afternoon, or in about like 15 hours, we'll be back here and we'll be doing it all again. Me, you, all of us, less Oj. Now hang it up, Akfay up against, because I want to get off. So hurry up and hang up. Oi, love yous later. Oi, enjoy the rest of your morning. Enjoy the rest of your morning. Oh, ROBIN210, that's enough now. Stop it. Laters, right? Oi, laters, Michaela. Sorry, laters. Take care. Oi, let's Oj.